guys, am I coming in loud and clear? Do you hear me? 1, 2, 3, testicle, ball sack, and all that other shit. Do you guys hear me? What's up, Virgil? We can hear me. We can hear me loud and clear. I'm not going to, for the record, before this whole shit and fucking clusterfuck fest begins, I'm not going to do like Chosen One and drag shit out. And, again, I don't know the guy from Adam, but, we didn't hack his show. We didn't do nothing to his show. We didn't try to do anything. But, there's varying opinions. And why am I getting messaged? Okay, there we go. Let me turn that off. A lot of stuff has transpired since Evo, clearly. And, I'm not a social justice warrior. I'm not a white knight. I'm not against the black man. I'm not against the system. I'm a working slob like most of you that want to go to video game events to play fucking video games. I'm not out to get laid. I'm not sitting here trying to, let me point this shit down more. I'm not trying to, quote unquote, as everybody's new terminology, gain some fake clout. I've been doing this FGC shit since 1985. Not 95, 85. Back in Karate Champ days. But it's gotten to the point now where shit has gone under the radar for so long that the clout, allows you free passes. We are going to talk a little bit about Chris Bond. We are going to talk about the guilty situation. We're going to very briefly talk about the flow situation being pending. That a lot of stuff, which again, the FGC, comes to this show and says, tell us it all. There are police investigations going on. That's what people need to understand. The Illuminati did not come up to us and say, shush, shush, shush. I'm just saying I know for a fact that the cops are involved. And with the cops involved, I don't want to do something that would jeopardize arrests from happening or prosecutions or give certain people the leeway or the inclination that people are coming after them. So with that said, let me grab my co-hosts, the lovely Melanie in all caps, and get them in. And let's add them in now. Let's go with one for you. Melanie, you're not answering. If you're not answering, let me go to Chris next. You got your fan on?
It's loud?
Yeah.
Hold on.
You a black man. You can't sit in the dark. Just saying.
Can you still hear it?
I hear.
All right.
And by the way, shout outs to Mariano out there. I know it's your birthday. I didn't forget about it. All right, let me reach out to Miss Melanie. Let's add some people into this group here. Let's get this whole fucking shindig going. Yeah, you're good. Try to answer. Let's see. Let's add you in, Melanie. Okay, let's add Melanie. Hello?
Hi.
I don't see you. There we go. Let me add you in on video. Let me go to step 2. All right, so far we're doing okay here. All right, so let's see. Gotta fucking change all this shit around here. Stream, new text, Moxie. Boom, all right. Look at that. We're looking good here. I feel good. Things are working out well. Okay, so here we go. Let's line you all up. All right, so basically, like I said during the intro, a lot of us that have gone through and been dealing with this shit for the last couple of days, we all feel, and it's not a matter of being a social justice warrior or a defender of women. It's very simple. It's a matter of right and wrong. And for people not to be able to separate right from wrong is kind of sad, to be honest. Let me just make sure something. Chris, you there?
I think he froze.
All right. You know what? Hold on. Let me, because I think your thing kind of screwed us up. So let me make a group. Let me do that first of all, and let me add him to the group. Let me drop you. Oh. All right. Again, this whole fucking new setup shit with this shit is kind of fucking. Let me drop you and add you. Hold on. You know what? All right, let's go. Let's group. Boom. Melanie, Chris. Done. Okay, so now let's call the group. All right, Melanie, you there? All right, you know what? I just fucking figured something out. I'm a fucking rocket scientist here. All right, so let me get rid of this. Hold on, don't talk because you're gonna like echo yourselves. This and this. Let me remove it. Boom. Now let me add this. Streams, new tech. One. Look at Chris with a smiley face. Look at he's so smiley. Add a source. Stream. It's got to be an easier way than this. Melanie, added you in.
People are saying they're hearing echoing.
They're gonna, because you're talking. All right, talk now.
Hi.
Okay. Guys, are we hearing an echo? Yes, no, blow Joe from Idaho. No echo now. Okay, so we're good. We should be good now. All right. I got these fucking 1,000,001 windows. I got to ditch Skype and go to and start setting everybody up on the Discord.
Is Chris frozen again? He's not moving.
Chris, are you frozen? Why is Chris fucking frozen? Are you kidding me? What the
Yeah, that's annoying.
Cool. It's really annoying. Yeah, I know, Jagan. You can't just switch to Discord overnight. Alright. Let's see. Let me do this. You're gonna echo. Hold on. Yeah, that's Skype. Fuck Discord. Discord could suck my dick. How's that?
You like that, man? You like the the evil shit? Evil pastor caps. You like this?
All right.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right. So now you're both in. All right. So now you're both in. Okay. So we're good. Smile for me, Chris. All right. Smile for me, Melanie. Okay, I got 2 smiles. I'm good to go. No echo either, I don't think. No echo, right? Sudden death. I don't give a shit about this clip aging well. They can suck my dick. But anyway, all right. So going back to what we were saying. So obviously, there's a lot of shit that's been going on in the FGC for quite some time. A lot of people out there saying how women are treated unfairly. They're getting shit on. It's a misogynistic bullshit scene. Technically, they're not wrong. You know, technically they're not wrong. The women have been getting shit on since day one. You're basically a piece of meat that if I want to bang you out, I should be able to bang you out in any condition, and you need to shut your mouth. That's the caveman mentality, except it's crossed lines and it's been going on for years. You know, it's not something that just started because we're esports. It's something that's been going on for years. You know, and I am not one of these social justice warriors that are out to defend the world. I'm just putting it point blank. Time to clean it up. And clearly, the powers that be did not want to. They swept it under the rug for long enough. Now we're involved. Now nobody's safe. If you're a scumbag, and, you know, again, let me use the word scumbag loosely. If you're fucked up, and you're one of those people, you know, Chris Bond was accused of it. Chris Bond was the co-host of this show. Chris Bond, I consider him a friend of mine. When I hear people go out there and talk out the side of their neck about who's a friend and who's not, you know, nah. You know, I did... What transpired with Chris was done with the utmost of kid gloves. This was not a issue that was brought on by the Illuminati. It was not an issue to keep the man down. You know, it wasn't an issue of a black and white, which, again, on the flip side, and I've talked to many people, Chris and you included, to say there clearly is an issue of black-white relationships in the FGC of who gets punished what way. We've seen it firsthand for tons of times. Had Chris been a white man, I would have went at him the same way. If Chris was the best man at my wedding, I would have went at him the same way. It had nothing to do with the color of his skin. It had to do with people coming out. And the conversations that had happened behind doors that were not privy to the public had brought out the outcome of what was discussed between myself, the women, Chris, and as a result, this is what came about of it. It was not a conspiracy against Chris for being up for Photographer of the Year. You know, I wish Chris the best in life. I don't want to see him suffer. But, you know, we also decided to do what right is right. You know, I personally, and I've said it to the ladies when we were discussing it, you know, you don't know how hard this is for me because of the simple fact that Chris was an intricate part of this show in its inception. And I did not, it's like throwing a brother out into exile that you don't want to, but you know you got to do what's right. The whole point of this show from the beginning was not about who and who I pick and don't pick to go after. If you do wrong, whether it's Melanie, Chris, Dark Natus back in the day, or, you know, all caps, Adonis, I don't care. I have to call out the people or I become the same hypocrite that people in the scene will say with the elitism and the favoritism to a crowd. So when I see people on their Twitch streams and on Twitter saying how I sold this guy out somehow, it hurt me more than it did you, because all you were was a person that he took a picture of, but Chris was a friend to me. So when I hear people say, well, you know, you could have just what? I could have what? I could have been the hypocrite and said, let Chris slide under the rug, knowing that the very girls that were complaining are just as good as friends to me as you are, Chris. And what transpired legitimately hurt me. And the fact that I had to put him in a position that I did, while I talked to the girls and trying to soothe the girls, I'm talking to Chris at the same time. Saying, I don't know what to do, Chris. Do you think this is easy for me? You know, everybody said, oh no, just put him on the show and put him on blast. But it's not, it's easy to say it when you're on the other side. But to turn around and say, Well, that's the point of your show. Yeah, but it is. But it's not when it's a friend. Somebody I considered a friend. Somebody that when he came into this scene and came back to this scene, I turned around. I told Big E, yo, give this kid Chris a shot. He's trying to do photography. And Big E says, is he good? I said, yeah, he's good. Then I made him a co-host on the show. I said, I'll help get your name out there. When his name started to get out there, I told him, I got to cut you loose. I got to let you go. Because now your name is picking up as a photographer. And God forbid you get labeled with me. Because as Melanie and Chris both know, I'm the piece of shit of the FGC. How could you associate with this raunchy motherfucker? So I said to Chris, I got to let you go. I need you to go on your own and disassociate with me. Because you're growing as a photographer and I don't want you to hurt your brand. But see, people don't see that. They see the drama. They see the girls. They want this social justice. They want to cast them out forever because it's no shirt off their back.
Yep.
And the fact that it's no shirt off their back, they don't care. They just want to see me come on this show and tell everybody to suck my dick and cut my balls, have you throw a couple of those N-words out there, Chris, and have Melanie look pretty. But they don't realize that it's not easy to do. It's not an issue. None of us took pride in this happening. None of us were sitting there cackling, going, ha ha ha, I want to wreck Chris's esports for Photographer of the Year chance. But at the same time, the stuff that had happened could not be ignored. It spanned over years. It's not something that just happened at Evo 2019. This is stuff that spanned over the years. Now, is Chris a rapist? No. Is Chris a monster? No. Did Chris acknowledge what happened? Yes. Is Chris trying to seek help? Absolutely. Does Chris deserve to be ostracized and cast out forever? No. We're all fucking human. We all make stupid mistakes. Mm-hmm. And the fact that people will sit there and act as if, listen, I'm not here to judge. I'm not the judge of anybody. The community is not the jury either. But at a certain point, people got to be held and accountable for their own actions. Should have Chris slept with these girls in the room? Fuck no. Listen, at the end of the day, if you're going to a hotel and you're feeling broke, stay in the fucking lobby all night. Stay in the lobby all night.
My thing is, if you broke, then you shouldn't be coming to an event.
Theoretically, quite honestly, yeah, you shouldn't even be going. But, this mentality that, apparently we're just out to get everybody. I listened to Chosen One's stream for a while, and I mean, listen, the guy's trying to do what he thinks is right. It's the only way I could equate it. He's trying to do what he thinks is right. But we did not create this mess. I took pride in writing up the write-ups that I did and tried to make them as soft as possible to not inflame this FGC riot. Let's go to Chris's house and lynch him. But at the same time, the girls that are affected by it, I wanted to make sure that they had a sense of justice as well. So, I mean, sorry guys, that's my opening statement. Melanie, take it over.
James, I think I'm frozen.
No, you're unfrozen. You're unfrozen. You're unfrozen. You're unfrozen. Don't worry. Don't even look at it. You're unfrozen. If you're not frozen to me, you'll be unfrozen to them.
Okay. Frozen like an icebox. Oh, man. No, I think I'm still frozen. Hold on. Because I'm looking at
There's a delay. There's a delay.
Okay. So, hi, everybody. Hi, James. Hi, Chris.
Hey, baby.
Hello, chat. Hey, everybody. Um, so I just wanted to say this really quick. And I want you all to know that this hasn't been easy for any of us. This isn't like what James said. You know, Chris was a friend. Chris was my friend too. You know, and this isn't a thing of like we're MSNBC and we're reporting all of the newest drama or whatever people think that we do. And oh no, it says I'm so
No,
frozen.
you're not. You're unfrozen. I got you, girl.
Okay, I was looking at the chat. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it is a thing that's like, it was extremely shocking and extremely devastating because one of these incidents happened in a room that I purchased for an event. And I had no idea that it happened until 4 nights ago. And it was devastating, and I was just like, for one, betrayed, and just shocked. And for the record, because I saw people in like comments and on Twitter and blah, 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 implementing me. Chris didn't do anything to me directly. My pain was from stuff that he had done to my friends, people that I've been friends with for a very long time. And he was my friend, like I just said, and it's devastating, and we're not doing this as a thing to sensationalize. It's not to be like, oh, look at this new gossip we got. Then we would be complete pieces of trash, like the people that are doing this, like Guilty, like, Bond or whatever, and other people. And, it's sad. And it's so shocking. It's still shocking. I've been angry about this stuff for like 5 days straight. And yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. So I have things to say about certain stuff, but I'll chime in over time. And I mean, we need to do better, really, as a community. If the FGC wants to grow and wants to be like a better scene and yada, 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 it needs to be better, like 100%. This can't happen anymore at events. Like, why has it been so rampant and over years of time? So yeah, it's man, it's even talking about it now is shocking and upsetting. So Chris, you say what you have to say, and then we'll lead into everything else.
To be honest, the only thing I really gotta say is I need people to understand one thing, is that when it comes to myself and the OBS crew and everything that we do, this shit, we don't do this shit for clout, we don't do this shit for fame, we don't do this shit to throw niggas under the bus. You know what I'm saying? It's days I'll be at the crib, I wake up and my inbox is just full of people just telling me shit of how they feel. And as a person who's been in the community a long time, I would be no better than the predator or the person committing these acts if I didn't do anything about it. And this one here hit very close to home because, as Jamie Mill said earlier, this wasn't some random nigga we didn't know. This wasn't some nigga that we just said fuck it to, or we didn't hang out with, hug, and eat food with, and talk and shoot the shit with. This somebody that was real cool with us that we consider an actual friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for us to have to be the ones to play the warrior for the ones who didn't have the heart to speak out, or for the ones who didn't have the courage to take the necessary steps to do what was necessary, it was very hard. You know what I'm saying? Me and James and Mel's for days. You know what I'm saying? We all talked. We at work about to get fired on our jobs because we all on the phone and shit. All kind of shit because this shit is mind boggling. Like you see Chris and you see uh, a small black man that's just always smiling and enjoying the event. You know, and he has a daughter, so you're not thinking this. That's what that situation is. And then when it comes to your doorstep, it's not only hurtful, but it's also like a reality check because damn, this is happening in my community, and then damn, this is my nigga that's doing this shit,
And to my friends.
and
Some
to
of
my
my
friends. So it's like a extra fucked up feeling. And for me personally, and I can't speak for Mel or James on this, but for me personally, as a black man trying to do what's right out here in the world, I felt extra shitty to have to put down, in a sense, another black man.
Right.
When we already got people, you know, we already got the whole Black Lives Matter thing going on. People, you know what I'm saying, black kids getting shot by cops. I didn't feel right, or I didn't really feel good about damn in this moment when all this shit going on in the world, we gotta out and ban somebody we call a friend.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit is extremely hurtful. You know what I'm saying? And I can only imagine the hurt that James is going through when he got to do it, because if it wasn't for James, we don't know what Chris Brown would be. James is the motherfucker who put the nigga on.
Right. Period.
So when
And
niggas
anyone that says different.
right, so when niggas say that we walking around on a witch hunt trying to just torch niggas, who wants to torch their own protege? That's like
I'll be honest, I wanted to ignore it.
exactly.
I can't lie.
Exactly.
I can't lie. I wanted to say, you know what? Just leave it alone, girls. But then when 3 or 4 girls, and again, for the record, you know, and again, I'm not trying to linger on this too much because I'm going to bring on Diamond and Tiffany in a second. But you know, for the record, more than them, it approached me.
Yeah.
More of them have approached us and said, I had a similar scenario. And I explained to the women that had come out and did this, I said, listen, you girls are going to become the martyrs, quote unquote, which is what the earlier speech from the earlier video it said. The people that have gone through a similar incident in the scene, they're going to come to you. You need to decipher. And the problem is, because again, we'll hit on it a little bit later, but the girl Tinchy had some issues that happened. I am not denying it. Apparently, some of the girls had past interactions with him that didn't go so well. So, you know, this girl's attitude was, well, I can't talk to them because, you know, they're against me. The world is not against people when it comes to stuff like this.
No.
You know, and
No
people
matter
need
who
to
you are or what
exactly.
you do.
And to anybody who says, and this all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let you bring on Tiff and Diamond, because I seen a couple people say this not only in the chat but through the social media shit. To anybody who says that we still he is banned from the FGC forever, countrywide. And not to be a dick about it, but if you knew Chris Brown, you would know that this gig was his main source of income. So not only did we strip away his title for he got banned, we took away how this man feeds his whole family.
Right.
Yeah.
So for anybody to say that we was still protecting motherfuckers and shit, for somebody who just lost their income, an award, and a passion for what they do, I guess call me protector then, because only thing that hasn't been done is he hasn't been put in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had literally turned around and spent a lot of time talking to women and saying, you know, because right off the bat, I said to people all the time, well, is it the fact that, hold on a second, let me add Mr. Diamond in here. Add stores, yada, yada, yada. Widget, fucking stream.
Why you doing that, James? I repeated because somebody saying here. What I said was people who were saying that we protected him. He pretty much got cut out of everything: income, award, and a lifetime ban. And if that's not enough, then I don't know what more to tell you. And at that point, it's no longer up to me because I'm not the person who was. I'm not the victim. It's up to the ladies at that point to take a legal standpoint. All I can do as a person in the community is support the ladies and support the people who feel like they were victimized. And of course, I have to filter through what's real and what's not real, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, we got some stories that sound so far fetched that it was like, really, come on now, it was like some Bill Cosby shit.
Yeah.
The next thing I know, 20 more people say this happened, and I'm looking like I go to a lot of fucking events. I've never even seen your ass there.
Right.
Do you even play games? Or do you even come to events? Do you even know who this nigga is for real? Are you just riding the fucking bandwagon? So y'all gotta realize that not only is it stressful for us to have to ban and put down a friend, but it's stressful going through the thousands of stories that's getting sent to our inboxes and getting sent to our personal cellular devices, and we gotta really filter through: is this person full of shit or is this person really telling the truth? Because we done seen in the past that not everybody be telling the truth.
Nah, a lot of liars out there.
Some people really do cry wolf. We'll get on that next. But you know what I'm saying? That alone is mentally and emotionally draining.
Very. Because this been days and days, it really this whole week for us. And learning about this, and for people additionally to add on to what Chris has said, this isn't like we just listened to the ladies and then we were like, all right, well, let's burn him at the stake. No, we talked to Chris too. All of us talked to Chris.
All the ladies. Here's something that doesn't get talked about on other streams. There was a reach out to talk to each other to resolve stuff yesterday, which I didn't partake in because I felt I didn't have a place there. It had nothing to do with me. But there's been reach outs previous to this where people have actually sat in conversations, talking and interacting with Chris at the same time, relaying back and forth of what's going on. So, the fact that it went that way, and then people will say, well, it's bullshit. Call me a liar, call it to my face. I witnessed it, Chris witnessed it. We all witnessed exactly what happened. So, with that said, Tiffany and Diamond, welcome, being that you were two of the victims. And again, let me reiterate this. You're certainly not victims. Because you're
breaking up. You're breaking up.
Yeah.
Breaking up. Breaking up. We were never going out. Really? I'm breaking up. This fucking video. This shit sucks balls. Hold on. Alright, how do I sound now?
Great.
I sound great? Better? Okay, so I'm going to let Diamond and Tiffany talk about how you guys feel about the whole situation, how it played out, and how it worked out. So if one of you two want to start first, we could go T, C before T. So we'll start with Christina.
Oh, so y'all want to start with me first?
Yeah.
So you asking me how I feel about the entire situation?
Yeah, and how it played out.
Just our
I honestly feel like I think what my main goal was to get him, banned from the FGC. But out of the whole thing, I'm like, fuck him. I don't give a fuck about him. Like, fuck him. He fucking lied. At this point, I felt sorry for the man. I really did. But now that he's like not trying to own up to the shit, I'm like, fuck you. That's how I feel.
And you're saying you feel that way after what? After the stream today
Yes,
earlier?
after the
Yeah.
stream today, because we had him on the phone yesterday night. Mind you, Chad. Okay, we had him on the phone yesterday night, and he was not doing all that. He wasn't doing all that on the phone last night. So me saying him today like that, I'm like, nigga, you're phony as hell. Like that, all that shit is fucking phony. Like I don't want to see it. Like I don't.
Hey, Diamond, do me a favor. Come a little bit closer because the string saying they can't hear
Your
you.
mic's a little low, yeah.
All right, so what about now? Is that better?
That's better.
Okay, so after that, after the stream today, like I'm like, fuck it, the gloves off. Like he's not trying to admit what the fuck he did because we wasn't going to take him on the blast show at first. But until we seen the stream today, then that's how we all came to a conclusion. Like, nigga, you about to get this work.
And
Well,
Tiffany,
we know how Diamond feels about
Yeah.
it.
Tiffany, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
You sound
Can
extra
y'all hear
loud.
me?
Oh yeah, you sound extra loud.
You
Oh,
come on,
sorry.
chocolate. Come on with it.
I'm just trying to keep calm when it comes down to it. But how I feel about Bond, I feel like I had a friend for so many years, and in like 5 days, I don't know this dude anymore. Like I really don't know him at all. He just completely like flipped. And of course, I know we're gonna get into the stories and shit, but just like Diamond was saying with this whole trembling and like we did something to him, like we was on some predator type shit, and you know we were doing all this to him, and we're just like, motherfucker, we ain't touch you. Like we don't want you. Why the fuck would you think that you're gonna lie your way out of this, especially when we have screenshots, witnesses, and of course we have a surprise for everybody, you know, on the stream, you know, later on. But we have a lot of stuff to go against you. And we try to have this talk to like try to like hear you out because everything else has been taken away from you. We don't want to send your ass to jail because everything else has been taken away from you. And pretty much right now, fuck you. Especially since today with this chosen one or whatever this motherfucker is, fuck you. Fuck. I don't give a fuck about you no more. I know I said like a month ago, me and you was cool, and I didn't know anything about all these girls. Like I love you, Bond, and this and that, and I'm so happy about this nomination. Fuck you. That's it.
And to capitalize on that, because I know people gonna be like, well, if this happened at this time, why would she say X, Y, and Z? I want y'all to remember that when you friends with somebody and they do some shit like that, it fuck with you, but you kind of give them that benefit of the doubt, like okay, that's just that one off kind of situation. But then when it comes to a point where it's girls and girls and girls coming and saying that this is what happens, then it hit you like, damn, this wasn't just a me thing. This is some shit he really be doing.
I mean, let's think of it this way. Okay, from the story that I was told, and it actually works out good that I got Diamond and Tiffany. How did you guys find out it happened to both of you?
Alright, so let me start off with that.
Okay.
I did not know that it happened to Tiffany, Kendra, or anybody else until Defender North 2019. So at the time when I told Tiffany what happened, she was the only person that knew. I didn't even tell Melanie when it happened, and Melanie was the first one that should have knew.
And it was in my room.
Exactly. It happened in Melanie's room, but at the time I felt as though like it's going to be a time and place for everything. Like we always at a major, so I'm like, I don't think right now is the right time to say something because I'm not trying to mess up nobody's vibes, you know. So we was all at the tournament having a good time, and that's how I wanted it to stay. So at the end of North 2019 was when I'm like, yo, best friend, I need to talk to you about something. She's like, what is it? I'm like, Well, something happened that final round that I did not tell anybody, but I'm going to tell you because you're my best friend and I tell you everything. So when I told her, she like, well, damn, I got a similar situation as well. I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. And then when they told me over the phone, I was in shock. I like legit, I was silent for about like 5 minutes straight. And I was like, are y'all serious? We talk about the same Chris, like said, photographer, blah, blah, blah. Like I was in shock. And when I realized that it happened in my room at final round, then I became furious because, for one, I've never experienced anything like that. And anyone that I've roomed with, I didn't room with Chris. I've roomed with Caps multiple times.
Multiple times.
I didn't roomed with Adonis. I've had all of Korn sleep in my room before. Was never uncomfortable, and I was the only girl in the room. Ain't nothing ever happened. I didn't share the room with Twan. I've shared a room with freaking Will O'Gara. I've shared a room with D Nice, Jumani, many times. Other girls never experienced none of this. So for this to go down at plenty of events, and for this to go down was devastating to me and shocking to me for so many reasons. And not just because Diamond is my friend, but additionally because I just don't play with that no way. You did something against somebody's will and then it got swept under the rug, and then you looked in my face like nothing had happened the next day, because Diamond was barely even in the room that Sunday night. She didn't even sleep in there Sunday night, and I didn't even know. That was why. And my heart sunk to my stomach when they told me this over the phone. I was like devastated. And it's just the segueing into this the stream that happened today, when Chosen One was manipulating Bond with all the stuff he was talking about, and then Chris Bonnet had the screenshots of the sleeping arrangements in the final round room. That pissed me off.
Ooh, that pissed me off.
Ooh, it pissed me off.
Yeah, he didn't gaslight niggas. Nobody should even seem like that shit at all. Like, what the fuck was all of that about anyway?
Right. And the reason it bothered me was because, okay, for everyone that don't know this, which is probably most people, Chris Bond was literally the last person to join my room. It was already 4 of us in the room. The room was full. And he had hit me up like literally a week before final round this year and was like, oh, do you got any space in your room, blah, blah, blah. I was able to get a flight. I can make it out. I was like, all right, cool. You know, whatever. It's cool. And then a couple days before final round, he was like, all right, so what are the sleeping arrangements? I was like, well, my 2 other homies are sleeping in the one bed, and me and Diamond may share the other bed. Is 2 beds. You can either sleep on the floor, I can call for a pull-out bed, or you can fit in the bed with me and Diamond. And the reason I said that is because the other 2 people in the other bed were 2 big-ass men. Where Chris Bond gonna fit in the bed with 2 giant men? Nowhere. So if you didn't want to sleep in the bed with us, he could have slept on the floor or a pull-out bed. The reason it bothered me is because in the stream, that was alluded to like I was making it seem like it was a sexual invitation between me and Diamond.
And that's what pissed me off.
How fucking dare you? How dare you?
Pissed me off. Let me as and he a bitch ass nigga for that. For one, you used a broken man at that time for your own little 15 minutes of fame.
Exactly. Now the one thing that's funny about this, Chris, I was never bringing Bond on this show. I wasn't bringing Bond on this show to have a lynching with you girls to go after him and go at him. I said, no. I don't want to do that. I kept it as private as possible. And did I or did I not ask you ladies, after everything was said and done, do you want to do it on the show, or do you want me to put a post up on the Facebook? Now, for the record, this is episode 220. I've done 220 episodes of this show. Never did I go to the Facebook and say, let me just put it there. Because of the fact that my tie to Chris and my tie to the ladies was close enough that I knew it had to get out there, but I didn't want this fucking forest fire to spread. Unfortunately for me, it was miscalculated, and I didn't know a bunch of people went into the fucking On Blast show fucking in a thread and literally poured gasoline over the whole thing before I lit the fire.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not want to bring them on the show for this shit.
Yep. But for that whole ass nigga, the chosen one, little bitch, that was the most cowardice shit I've ever seen in my life. For you to take that moment out of everything else and use it as your little 15 minutes of fame.
Your platform.
Right. Second, that was the dumbest shit Chris Brown could have did because you sounded like a whole complete fucking idiot. Third,
after having the article where he was he had a follow-up article to the original article apologizing for doing everything. He apologized to us on the phone last night.
Yep.
And then said we interrogated him. We never yelled at him. None of that happened. It was a complete lie.
Third, as that nigga went on the shit and said, "Oh well, I'm doing this because I went through this as a black man. I refuse to sit there and let another black man get thrown under the bus like that."
Mind your fucking.
But you had the audacity, and this one threw me off. You got the audacity when two friends are talking about a room. Let's chop this up. We all part of the community. Everybody room with somebody in the community. Period. Ain't nobody about to pay. Even if you go to something simple as Frosty Frosting, which is a 2-day event, nobody trying to come out of $800 for 2 days for a room by themselves. So it's always easier for everybody to get 3 to 4 niggas to a room. 2 niggas to a bed. 1 nigga might hit the floor. That's it. Chris being a friend of Melanie said, "Hey, let me. Yeah, I know it's last minute. Can I get a room?" Mel being the nigga she is, she always look out for her friends. Fuck it, you can hit the deck. If not, which y'all seen the shit, get a rollover bed. If the rollover bed don't come, you can squeeze in the bed with us. Fuck it. Why would this nigga say, "Oh, that to me seems like she's trying to sexually invite you to something"? Nigga, we are grown. You know when pussy falls in your lap, my nigga. That is not a situation where pussy is falling into your lap. That is
5 niggas in the room.
That is a situation where you are trying to go to jail, my nigga. Saying some shit like that. You don't tell no other nigga like that. So for you to get on there and say, "Oh, I'm trying to help another brother out," no, you wasn't. You was throwing that nigga to the fucking bus to have your 15 minutes of fame. You bitch ass nigga, and that shit pissed me off. I was highly upset about that. Yeah. And I got something for that nigga when I see that nigga. I don't give a fuck who watching, who seen this shit. You can tweet this, you can go do all the little shit y'all want. Oh, Rick, oh, Big E, oh, Zabelli, y'all need to ban caps. I will be outside the fucking VU and fuck that nigga up. Cause that was the weakest shit I ever fucking seen in my life. That was some bitch ass shit.
And had a whole stream, blew it up. It was a whole stream about he was the main person caping for Vine. Talking about,
oh, you niggas ain't got the heart to hit me. Nigga, I remember when you see me at Evo, you tucked tail and ran, nigga. And told Tom to come talk to me because you was too scared to come see me, nigga.
Oh, that's that.
About when Twan said he was gonna shoot your bum ass for talking that shit in his inbox a couple years ago, nigga. And you tried to get corn banned. I don't forget niggas like you. You a bitch, nigga. You a whole bitch. I don't forget niggas like you. I got something for niggas like you.
Calm down. Don't get fucking banned from anything. It's not fun.
That's bitch ass shit. That was the weakest shit I ever seen in my life. That was some weak ass shit. I'm trying to help my brother out, but you gonna send a nigga up the fucking river like a hoe ass nigga. Boy, man.
Someone in the stream chat just said in all caps, hold on, let me find it. Scroll back up. Let's go Twitch.
That was the weakest shit I ever seen, dog. That shit pissed me off.
Goblin Slayer Rose said, why does it keep disappearing? Basically said, unless that woman is giving you that invitation, do not assume that it's an invitation for something sexual, basically.
That's why I say we are grown.
We're all listen. I tell people all the time, you're over 18 years old. You're over 18 years old. You're a fucking adult. Act it. You know, laying next to somebody in a bed is not a fucking an invite to get some pussy or dick. You know, if you need to listen, if you need somebody to do a fucking little picture where you connect the dots to make the fucking picture, if a chick ain't telling you, yo, I want to smash, then you ain't smashing. If you want to try your luck at a broad, and yes, I called you broads, okay? Take her to a bar, buy her a drink, and try to get a kiss. Now, if she pushes you away, guess what? You're done. Go to the next one. Say that's the last drink for you, bitch, and move on. But to wait
and to be honest, James,
give me a second.
To be honest, when he said that shit, that sounded like some old predatory pedophile shit.
Right.
That made him look more like the type of nigga who do shit like that too. To think that it's okay to say some shit like that.
And the constant pressure of him basically kind of wanting Chris Bond to say that he was innocent, but Chris never said that on the stream. He was like, I just wanted to apologize, you know, to the women about this and that. And then about them, you know, feeling the trauma or whatever of my actions and I'm getting help. He kept saying that, which was a similar thing that he said to us last night. But then he also kept saying that we interrogated him, which is false as hell. We just let him speak, and then we asked him 2 questions, and he hung up on us. So there was no real closure in that situation either.
So Star McGee just asked, and I guess since Diamond's not here, Tiffany, was he on the influence when this happened?
Oh, with me? Oh, heck no. He wasn't drinking. And he was awake when I got mad at him. So I was just waiting for everybody to get their stuff out so we can just tell our sides, because we're just explaining how mad we are, but we're not saying the stories.
I mean, if you want, Tiffany, I will give you the floor. If you want to tell your whole story, be my guest. That's up to you. I'm not telling you to have to. It's completely up to you if you want to.
Okay, because the only reason I'm really getting into like the story, because I wanted to like, just like you said, James, you just wanted to just like kind of ignore it until all these girls just came up. All right, this was about 4 years ago at Evo. It was my first Evo with my ex, so I can never forget that. So I was rooming with Cookie. I'm sure everybody's familiar with who Cookie is. She had her own room. She had a bunch of people in the room or whatever. They were on the floor. She had someone in her bed. And Bond needed to stay with us. And pretty much we decided to have the pull-out sofa bed for me and him to be together, right? So I had no problem laying with Bond because we roomed together before one time. And he didn't do anything, you know, that time. And I expect him to, because I was used to rooming with guys ever since I started at SSC. You know what I'm saying? So I never had to worry about it, especially we were already friends for a very long time. So why the heck would I have to worry about him? You know? So... Oh, Donnie, you're back. Okay, so the first night we laid together, that's when it was the problem. And he got brave. So I'm a light sleeper. If you drop something on the floor or you move in the bed or whatever, I'm automatically waking up. I'm a very light sleeper. So I felt him wake up, like he was moving just to find his spot or whatever the case may be or whatever. So I was just like, oh, he's up. All right, fine. So I'm trying to get myself back to sleep. As soon as I'm trying to get myself back to sleep, now I'm a little girl. I ain't got that much thigh, right? So he started sliding his hand across my thigh. And in a split second, I'm like, I'm not laying with my ex. I grabbed his hand and I twisted it. And I turned around and I said, don't you fucking touch me. So he goes up. He was wide awake. There was no, I will sleep. Or no, he was scared. Because at that moment, I was debating if I was just going to fuck him up. Guys, Bond is 95 pounds wet with a brick in his pocket. I'm not afraid to fight Bond. Let's just keep it real. No one in the FGC is afraid of Bond. Let's just keep it real. And this is the nicest way possible I can say this. You know what I'm saying? And I was a little confused because at the moment, I think for that year, he was still with his wife. I know he's not his wife anymore. He has a girlfriend. That's a different story. But it's just like you have a wife and you have a little girl. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? So anyway, continuing on, right? Cookie was coming out of the room because Cookie, she wakes up pretty early when she wants to do her little workouts or jogging or whatever. She wanted to jog. And it was around like 5 in the morning. I still remember the time. So stamp that. So she's coming out like, what's going on? Because he's looking awkward. I already said something. So she's like, what's going on? And I turn around, I'm like, nothing. And I'm still thinking in my mind, like, what I'm going to do, because I've known this dude literally since the first month of me being an FGC. And just like how everybody was just trying to like register in their minds when they hear like the whole thing about Bond touching us and whatever, when you saw it on the on blast, you're thinking, Bond? Imagine that being done to you and you're thinking, him? Why? You know? So I was just literally just thinking, like, what am I going to do about it? I can literally just hit him, or I could talk to him, or what am I supposed to do in this situation? This is a bad judgment. I twisted his hand, so he already know I ain't playing. What am I supposed to do about this? So finally, Cookie goes on a jog. I go into the shower and I lock the door and I have my clothes with me or whatever. And I'm thinking in the shower, like, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do. This is so weird. What I'm going to do, what I'm going to do. I get out the shower. Bond's gone. The couple of guys that was on the floor, they were gone. And Cookie was back. And I go, Cookie, you won't believe what the heck just happened. So I'm talking with her, and pretty much, in her calm ways and reasoned ways, she was just like, Tiffany, we've already had this talk about how he has a crush on you, and this is like really deep, and this and that. And it was just I guess, somewhat of a secret or whatever the case may be that I knew. And it was just like, maybe, he just wasn't thinking clearly. And this is Bond. He don't mean no harm. He don't mean to hurt nobody and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, it's Bond. It is Bond. I got to think this through. But no matter what, I got to tell my man. My man woke up. Texted me, what's up? I went over to his hotel or whatever. As soon as I told him, he's ready to literally kill Bond. Like, knock him into next. Now, anybody that knows my ex, he's not a punk and he fights very well. He will hurt you. So I'm like, oh my God, I don't really want to hurt this dude. I'm trying to figure things out because this is my friend for so many years, someone I trusted for so long, but he was not supposed to do that. I'm in a relationship too. Like, what made you think, like, what? Like, so I'm calming him down and whatever, and he's ready just to go off. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just handle it. This is my friend. I'm just gonna get down to the bottom, like to the bottom of it or whatever, and we're gonna fix this, right? So he said, you better handle this before I do. So I'm like, cool, let me just handle my handle. So I went and came back into the room, talked with Cookie again, and pretty much was saying the same thing. Fast forward to later on that night, which was Saturday night. My ex did not want me to be in the same room as him because he's still really tight. So we decided to stay with somebody else, someone else's room. The next day, I came back to get my papers. I'm still looking a little uncomfortable, but at the same time, he was like worried, like why was I not back? And I'm like, why the hell am I going to go ahead and sleep with him in the same bed? Whatever. So for the Sunday, which was finals day, so finals night, the person that we roomed with on Saturday night was leaving that Sunday night. So there was no extra room. And he had his peoples in his, the room that he was staying in. And I'm like, I'm not going to stay with all the peoples that's in your room because they're going to be playing games all night. They're going to be doing activities and I don't want to smell the activities. I don't want to be involved. Let me just, figure this out. So I told him that, what, in the suite, there's a door to the room. There's like in the room there is a small room that has a door. It's like the master suite in the suite. Like I don't know how you describe it, but a room in the suite. So I'm like, I'll sleep in that bed and we'll lock the door. So he's like, all right, cool. So did the Evo after party, had a good time, came back to the hotel. Cookie and Christian was in the room. My ex talks to Christian saying, like, yo, she stays in this room. I don't want to hear anything else about it. You let her stay in this room. She's sleeping in this bed. This motherfucker's not to get anywhere close. Bond at the time was drunk in the sofa bed. So I'm guessing he was somewhat hearing it or whatever, but he was kind of like in the sofa bed. So I was just like, what? So after that, they all agreed saying, like, they're going to stay with Bond and Cookie was going to be in the same bed with me, lock the door. This is when I thought that this was still a crush thing and it was going too far. The next morning, which was Monday morning at 5 o'clock, the same time that they would be waking up or whatever. So just like, yeah, I'm going to go, have a jog or whatever, going to get some breakfast or whatever. Fine. Cool. Whatever. I told them, you know what, let me stay like another half an hour in bed because I'm really tired. That party was super lit. So I go to sleep. Reminding you guys that I'm a light sleeper. I be feeling shit. Why is it I felt something was up? And I'm like, wait a minute. For them to leave the room, they couldn't lock the door on the inside. I'm literally got my cover. I looked down. Guess who's at the edge of my motherfucking bed, curled up at the edge of the bed, sleep at the edge, literally falling off the fucking bed. It's Bond. So I'm like,
This shit crazy.
so I was just like, I need to get my ass up off the bed because now this is borderline creep right now. Let me get my ass out this bed. Got my shit. Went into the shower, locked the door, continued, did my girl beautifications, all that type of stuff, whatever. Came out, he was in the sofa bed. So I wasn't there. I guess he got up and went back to his bed. So he was messing with his camera too at the time. So I'm like, Bond, and there was some dudes on the floor, and I'm like Bond. What happened Friday night was beyond fucked up. That is to never happen again. We're gonna talk about this another time, but that was fucked up. I'm just letting you know that was really fucked up. And he was just like, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I'm like, no, it's okay. We're gonna talk about this another time. I got my stuff and I went to my ex's hotel because we're all in the lobby playing Marvel and shit. So everybody had to go and leave for the airport, to go home. So we're just pretty much playing until everybody was supposed to leave. So I want to say it was a few days after that, we got into a phone call and I told him that, I don't understand what's the problem. I never gave you any indications that I was interested in you. I never said that you could touch my body in any kind of way besides a hug. I really know what the hell's going on. I'm extremely confused. And he was just like, oh, I don't want you to be mad at me. It was just, I don't remember like too much of what was going on, but I'm so sorry, this is never going to happen again. That's just a bad judgment on my part. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need some space. I'm not gonna be in like, phone calls and stuff like that or whatever. Like I'll check in here and there to see you okay, but that can't happen again. And my ex almost kills you, pretty much. And he was just like, I'm so sorry and I'm glad it didn't go that far. All right, whatever, fine. In my mind, I'm like, this is my friend. People do stupid shit. It's Bond. He's a nerd. I can't think of anything else to say. I was just like, no, fuck it, like whatever. And then it took like a few months to even like get really close to being cool again. And then over time, since he's never acted that way or he act like crazy crush, since then I was just like, all right, whatever. So it went to the back of my mind, like, ain't nothing really going on. People, whatever, it's done until I found out from Diamond what happened to her. And I'm going to go and give this to you.
Oh my god, I was waiting so patiently. Yeah. Alright. When the fuck was Final Round? Final Round 2019 was about.
March.
I don't know when, but I still know. It was still around the same time where I just got my fucking surgery done. Alright, so it was supposed to be in a room. I think it was in a room with Melanie, Chris, Stefan, and fucking Gerald. Melanie, I can't hear you.
Yeah, Melanie, you're muted.
Sorry, I was muted. It was you, me, Chris Bond, Gerald, GP Money, and my friend Stefan.
Alright, okay, cool. So everybody, just so the chat aware, everybody was all cool with Chris Bond being in a room. He paid his way to be in a room, so we like cool. We all want to work together because, we all cool. We all close friends and shit. So I think it was after pools was when I came up to the room and I was the last one to come in the room. So Chris Bond was the one that opened the door for me because everybody else was asleep. I'm like,
hold on 1 second. If you're not talking, mute your mic so it doesn't feed back.
All right, okay. So I went in the room. Chris Bond opened the door because everybody else was asleep. I'm like, damn, everybody else sleep like it's like extra fucking early. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just go ahead, lay down, and go to sleep. I'm laying there, sleeping everything. And mind you, I just had my surgery done, so I still had the surgical bra on. Now with this bra, it's not just an ordinary bra where, it's just exposed at the top. It covers everything. Meaning that the only way you could be able to touch on me was if you reached down in the top. So I was laying there asleep on my side, I was laying on my left, facing towards Melanie's and Gerald bed. So the next thing you know, I felt Chris Bond grabs my ass and reached down in my bra and grabs my titties. So me being like hypersensitive because I just got them done, I instantly jumped up. And when I jumped up, he flinches back and faces the other fucking way. So I sat there for like 5 minutes, like, bro, I know this nigga is not trying to feel me why the fuck I am asleep. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna act like it's not even happened. I'm going to lay down and I'm gonna go to sleep and wait till top 8 tomorrow. That's exactly what I did. So now it's Sunday, top 8. I did not hang in the room at all Sunday. Like the only time Melanie seen me was when I was ready to go because I did not want to be around that motherfucker. So I left and that was it. And nobody knew anything. The only person that knew after that was my best friend because it was really eating me up in the inside. I'm like, yo, I felt like he violated the shit out of me. Like, you could have just asked, like, yo, oh my God, you could have just asked and be like, yo, can I film on you? Depends on how I'm feeling. I probably would have said fucking yeah. But you waited till I was vulnerable and you thought that I would sleep to invade my privacy as a woman. That's pretty fucked up. That is so fucked up in so many ways possible, bro.
Hey,
I don't know
Diamond, you going to Summer Jam?
Yes, I will be there.
Can I touch him there?
If you want to, sure. How much you got?
Oh, I gotta pay.
Yes.
Wait, my nigga said,
$8.50.
depending on how I felt. I would have told you, yeah.
It was really eating me me up in the inside to the point like I'm like, yo, best friend, like I did as need to tell you something. She like, okay, cool, come on, let's go over here and talk about it. So I told her exactly what happened, and she like, well, I had a similar situation with Chris Vaughn as well. So I'm like, holy shit, so I'm not the only one. And then when Evo came, I heard about the lay women. I'm like, well, goddamn, who else the fuck is it?
You mean Lee?
Lee. I don't really know her that well. I just know
We
that.
gonna be correct. Her name is Lee.
Okay, her name is Lee. I will call her Lee. I don't really know how to pronounce her name. Well, Lee.
You just said it, Lee.
Okay, so that's what happened, and now we're here. So I don't know what else the chat want me to say, but
I'll take it. I'll take it. Also to answer people's like question about like why I was with the room with Cookie and them and not with my ex. My ex rooms with his boys so they can play all night. I'm not staying up all night for them tapping buttons and going off and drinking and shit like that. I let him have his space and I have mine. I chill, I bug out and whatever, but at the same time, I want to get some sleep. I can't be staying till like 4 or 5 in the morning while dudes are still tapping buttons. And most of the dudes are no sleep dudes. Like they keep going until like pools. So I'm not gonna room with all these dudes and I'm like, okay, ain't nobody gonna be quiet. I ain't gonna go ahead and try to kill nobody over some games. So I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna be in another room. Sometimes I room with a whole bunch of girls. Sometimes I room with a mixture, co-ed, whatever. Or sometimes I'll be with just my dudes, like whatever, I'm cool with. So to continue on from Diamond was saying, with her telling me everything, and that was at Defend the North when she told me, I was just like, mind you, that's only a few weeks ago. So I'm just like, oh, what can we do about this? Because now I thought it was just like him having like a crazy crush, and I guess I was giving him excuses because it was just him, but it was just like, what can we do about this? And then, Diamond was pretty much saying you didn't want to get like any like drama or anything like that or whatever. So I'm like, okay, but now this is making me nervous because it's only two now because we know about each other. Could there be others? So then Bond goes to Evo, right? And it started off, he was so happy. I'm not, sure if anybody was following his Facebook. He has little cards for photographer of the year nomination on the back of his business cards. And he's all souped and ready, like he's going to take over Evo. And then like a couple of days later, he's all depressed. So I'm like, what the heck's going on? So I'm checking on him like, yo, you all right? And he was just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, okay. And then finally, when he gets back home from Evo, he said that he needs to speak to me. So I'm like, I'm coming back home from work. I'll hit you up a little bit later. So he texts me about maybe 20 minutes after I get home, and he goes, hey, have you heard about a group of girls or, people trying to expose other people? So I'm reading this message like, what? And I'm literally typing, what the fuck? And he was just like, no, do you know about a group of girls that exposing people? So I'm literally still looking around like, what does that have to do with you or what's going on? So then he sends me another message saying, I was trying to work on something. So I go, work on something? What? So then he calls me. So I'm just like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And what's all this Evo mess? I heard there was like this dramas and roofies and this and that. And what the hell's going on? So he goes, oh, well, Tiffany, I've been going through some stuff, for the past couple of days. And he just starts bawling like crying. So I'm like, why are you crying? And he goes, oh, well, for that girl. I'm like, oh, yeah, hello, yeah, her, the Asian girl. Yeah, what about her? And then he was just like, well, I found out why she had a problem with me, for a long time. And I'm like, okay. And he was just like, she sent me an email saying, why we weren't friends anymore. And it's because, when I laid with her and we were together, she said I touched her butt. So I'm like, nigga. Now I'm like, fuck it now. Everything has to definitely come out because I'm sitting here thinking it's something with me and it's something personal. And then he affected my friend, and we were still kind of back and forth with what we're gonna do because we found out about each other. You didn't even give us like a few weeks to figure out what the heck we're gonna do, and now we got Lee sitting here sending you emails saying that you touched me too. So I'm like, shit. Okay, all right. So he goes, I don't know what to do. This is just so crazy. And I'm like, okay. And it's just like, this could really, like, go really far. So I go, Bon, did you do it? And he goes, I don't remember.
Y'all faces is killing me. I need y'all. Why the fuck are y'all all making the same retarded ass pendant stare face? Cut that shit out. God damn it.
I'm sorry, come again. What the hell you just say?
Because it's bullshit. That's why. Because it's bullshit.
Dude, how did you not? Dude, either you didn't do it or you don't remember. You can't say that.
See now, if you see in the chat, Dynamic Beadwork said the Asian girl came up to Bon at CEO after party and says, "I fucking hate you and don't ever speak to me again." He was playing it off like it was some esports photography jealousy.
That is true. That is 100% true because he told me about that party and how she flipped out. That's why I knew about the whole Lee shit. So yeah, that's definitely true. All right, so pretty much, I'm just like, Bon, I'm gonna just keep it real with you, and I understand you're very sad about everything, but did you do this? And he was just like, no, I would remember if I did it. No, I didn't do it. I'm like, here we go again. Bon, I can't full on support you about this because, way back when, you tried something with me. I mean, I stopped you, but try something with me. It was this one of those crush things, like what's going on? And he goes, I don't remember. I'm like, all right, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta call my friend and you gotta, figure this out because this is very sticky, but I can't give you 100% of my support because something similar happened to me. So, yeah, pretty much just good luck and keep me posted, I guess. So, got off the phone and I'm like, oh shit. So I contacted Diamond. I like talked to everybody. I'm like, yo, Lee's about to come out with this. I didn't even know it was that far. What's going on? That's we confided in you, Melanie, James, everybody. Like, we was talking, trying to figure out what we're gonna do. And then as soon as we put up this post, everybody named Mama came out with accusations. And also Kendra had her own story, which is also in, the post and the screenshots. So why does everybody have the same thing? We going to sleep, we wake up to him touching us.
And to just slide into that convo really quick, when Diamond and Tiffany told me about their situation, I was like, wait a minute. Tell me the scenario again, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I think this happened to Kendra. None of them knew about that. I never told anyone about that. I never knew the exact scenario with Kendra, but I remembered that they had a falling out some years ago at a tournament. And it involved him being in the bed with her when he wasn't supposed to be there. I immediately texted Kendra while I was on the phone with them. She told me everything and was like, have them hit me up. He had done the same shit to her.
Now, I don't know if Kendra is joining us or not. I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't heard a peep. I know she was working. But one of the things I wanted to stress to people, this isn't a weekly occurrence thing. Now that the version of an apology has happened in one way, shape, or form, taken aside from the stream earlier today with the sniffles and the tears and everything, Tiffany and Diamond, do you forgive them?
Fuck no.
Oh shit.
But can you forget them?
No.
Is it over?
I would say yeah on my end.
And Tiffany, can you forgive them? Can you forget them? Is it over?
I could let this rock, but at the same time, I mean, there's so many girls that's out there with proof, so it's just like, I don't know. I was going to like leave it there because he lost everything, but today with this whole trembling of the lips and doing this whole spectacle on that stream, if that didn't happen, I would have just let him just stay banned and learn his lesson. But I mean, I don't know. I can't answer that right now.
Okay, understandable.
I can't answer that because I'm still debating if I just want to get a lawyer involved, and I'm just saying that is a real thing. So I'm back and forth.
Okay, understandable. Now, this I'm going to segue into another topic, which has come up just, I believe, last night. It was the beginning of it. The ever presence of guilty in the FGC.
Oh my motherfucking god! Here we go. Shit.
So, a few years back, I got labeled as Mr. Homophobic and racist and all the other, any phobic that you could throw out there. And, I had met Guilty one time, and I think it was one of those moments where somebody gets cocksure of themselves, and they thought they were going to do that low-tier guard, march up to me, I'm going to give you a piece of your mind. And I just gave her a look, get the fuck away from me, you piece of shit. And she never confronted me about it. Whatever was her plan to confront. And I left it at that. I was just like, whatever, stay away. I'm not going to jump into your drama pool. But the reason I had said that is because I was getting stories back then, and this is probably maybe 3 or 4 years ago, of Guilty had a thing about getting girls fucked up by roofing them and banging them. And, again, segueing from Chris Bond to this, Chris Bond may have been an inappropriate toucher. What Guilty's doing is nothing short of rape. And forcing girls.
And it's a felony crime.
Exactly.
Felony crime.
So.
Oh, the chat acting like they don't know about that.
Oh,
y'all don't know about the actual serious rapist, huh? About the one who been drugging bitches and fucking them, huh? Y'all don't know about that, huh? And I hate to say, I don't like to say the word bitches for real, but we keeping it 100. That's how I talk when I talk to my niggas. So you don't know about that, huh? Y'all Street Fighter League, Capcom tour event leader, huh? Yeah, I don't know about that, huh?
And I had known it was going on because of rumors that people had told me, but I'm not gonna lie. Being that she was part of the LGBT community and the track record that I had of the LGBT people, doing this team up against me, I didn't want the friction. And I didn't have a blatant answer, so I just said, you know what? Ain't my fucking problem. Let everybody else deal with it. And then, just yesterday, it comes out that Mickey Guilty, or Mickey, again, for you guys in the chat, because even the people here, Mickey is a roofie in my world. Alright, if you put a Mickey in a drink, it's a roofie. So, she been roofieing girls, getting them fucked up, and banging them out. Well, now it's come home to roost. And with that, I'm going to give it back to Melanie.
Hi, my mic is unmuted now. So, yeah, there is so much fucking tea, Virgil. So, yeah, guilty. Okay, guilty been a problem for a long time, and for before everyone knew guilty, before the TV shows and the living in Japan and all this other bullshit, guilty used to come to a lot of events in Chicago. Would come to anime conventions and stuff like that. I thought guilty was creepy then. And my ex at the time would like play games with her and stuff because guilty would play a lot Guilty Gear because that was where her name came from. And we'll play a lot and would money match people for blowjobs and shit, allegedly, was what I was told. And I was like, oh, Guilty's kind of a weirdo. And I was like, why are you even talking to this person? Like, there, you know, it's something off. Because, you know, when you're in a situation, even if it's a large group of people and you're around somebody that seems off, you feel that. And that was the feeling I got then.
Chris, I just had a picture. Imagine money matching somebody for a blowjob and losing.
Right, and that was basically the bait.
I said so, didn't they?
Right, that was basically the bait of the situation. And again, back then, Guilty was known in this innocent way. So Guilty was like this big troll of the community. So Guilty was like this innocent, you know, like, oh, Guilty's a big troll, she's cynical, blah, blah, blah. So as fame built up and as Guilty got built up to who Guilty is now, and somehow Guilty started getting all this traction and fame and stuff, and I was like, where is this coming from? And I actually thought it was kind of funny, especially when she got on that show. I was like, wow, that actually happened, huh? Who did she lie to make it that far? But that was my own reserved feelings. And so, you know, I would keep in contact with girls in the scene because I used to have a Women of the FGC group, which at a point Guilty was in. When my Women of the FGC group fell apart, which was essentially from me having an episode of my own show before I co-host LBS, which was about pro hoes in the FGC versus women of the FGC. And essentially the difference is Chris was on it, Adonis was on the show. Girls were furious about it. And not even because of they watched the show, not because of anything we said. It was literally because of the title, because they didn't want to be referred to as hoes. I was like, that's not even the point, but okay. Guilty, which I have these screenshots of this conversation, had the audacity to DM me about my own group and was like, oh, girls are emailing me and I'm really upset. They're upset and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you're upsetting them because of the show that you did. I was like, I mean, it was a blog that I did. It wasn't nothing like that made it super popular. This was like 2017, something like that. And hit me up and, you know, was kind of like, oh, well, they're messaging me and they like feel upset and this and that. And she kind of proceeded to like turn my own group against me and was parading with that too and did that whole shit. So that was funny. And I'm mentioning that because in these current stories of Guilty trapping girls or drugging them or, you know, whatever she be doing, a lot of girls have mentioned that they felt like she used being trans and being part of the LGBTQ community and being a small person that identifies as a woman as a shield to bring their barrier down and kind of lure them in like a trap.
That bitch was never fucking trans. Like, oh my god.
Right. And so, and this is, I mean, it's been, I've at least heard about 4 or 5 stories about guilty with specific girls.
Hold
One
on,
girl that
Melanie. Hold on 1 second. It's 10
Yeah,
stars. It's 10 stars is right. The LGBT armor wasn't strong enough because
No.
she absolutely used that. And even to this day, I see people in the Twitter as she's coming out and publicly admitting shit, going, "It's strong for you to admit it." There's nothing strong about a rapist for admitting they rape people and hold girls against their will to bang them out.
That okay.
No, Dayasha, don't leave, nigga. This is the community. Nigga, don't leave now.
Don't right, Dayasha, don't go.
Don't leave like skin, nigga. Stay here. Get all this motherfucking tea.
Please.
Get all this motherfucking tea. They great and all, nigga.
So the way Guilty essentially came out was that Guilty was banned from the Street Fighter League, and she had gotten like a formal email or whatever, and they were like, "Yo," I mean, I'm paraphrasing. They're basically like, "Yo, you can't participate in this. Sorry." And Guilty was hitting up a bunch of girls and was like, "What did I do?
I'm becoming a martyr."
Yeah. Is there something I could do to fix this? Is there anything I could do? And one thing that I saw, this person who was having a conversation with Guilty was essentially like, I like you. I think you're a cool person, but if you really did this shit, it's over with for you. And Guilty was like, so am I canceled, or is this something that I can recoup from? The response was, you're pretty much canceled. So you should, pretty much make amends with shit. So if anyone has followed Guilty on Twitter and seen all of her "guess I'm done" and the sun setting and all those fucking posts, that's what that was because of. Because Guilty knew that this shit was going to happen. And yeah, and I guess tried to take this martyr route and out herself. But I mean, y'all can look at the Twitter comments, because it is a lot of people in there being like, "You're so brave," and this. How you assaulted the shit that Guilty has done are a few felonies. So how is this person brave for admitting that they did some fucked up shit to a bunch of women? And that's those women's place to come forward and speak if they choose to. Some girls did, but that's their place if they want to. That isn't my place to do that for them. But I do know of these things that happened. Guilty actually it was a prerequisite to this whole thing last year at Final Round. Everybody who goes to Final Round knows that everybody goes to Spondovitz. That's kind of like the regular shit for Final Round. We were at Spondovitz. This was when I had went up. I had talked to Low Tier Guy. Me and him had a conversation. I was going to the bathroom. I didn't even know Guilty was there. Guilty had she had popped up and was like, "Oh, hey, Melanie, can I talk to you really quick?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." She had pulled me to the side and was like, "Oh, do you hate me?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Where is this even coming from?" I was like, "Where are you getting that?" She was like, "Oh, because I felt like maybe, people would were saying that you were saying this is not about me." I was like, "Guilty, I don't ever publicly talk about you. And anything that I've ever said about you was not anything like what we're talking about today." So I didn't say that at that time, but obviously, it basically was like it wasn't this extreme. And she was shook. When she was talking to me, it was like she was scared to eat. She couldn't even look me in the eye then. And this is a year ago. And I was like, I mean, you good? This was right after they were on the TV show, all of that. And I was like, all right, bye. And I thought it was weird then. She just kind of scurried off. I didn't see her no more at Spondovitz that night. So, yeah, I mean, Guilty... It's a lot of girls that have wanted this to be talked about and have wanted Guilty to be exposed, and Guilty exposed herself essentially yesterday, but we here for that shit too, because this is it. I mean, I had actually spoken to someone yesterday who said just from hearing the stories that some of these girls have told her about Guilty, she is afraid of Guilty. She called Guilty a fucking monster. So that that ain't nothing to take lightly. And it made me feel awful, that anyone else had experiences. I heard little rumors and this and that, but to call somebody a monster,
That's pretty.
that's deep.
And I know it. And I know it's not a. I know it's not a person. I know it's not a person that legitimately is like throwing words like that out easily.
No, not at all. This is a very credible person. So I was like, well, damn. And I told her, well, I'm not afraid of her. And I got her for you. Here we are.
What's up, Miss Diamond?
All right. Oh, yeah. So I got the floor.
You got the floor.
Alright, y'all. I'm not really too much of a fan of Guilty. Every time I seen her, that's what she wanted to be first as a woman. It was always a high and a bye and stuff like that. So it was Combo Breaker 2019. This is a very fucked up year. Combo Breaker 2019, it was me, Kat, and two other people we don't live playing spades, doing black people shit, playing cards and shit.
Oh, you got to talk that shit. Oh.
It was lit. But as the whole time I'm playing spades, you guys, mind you, this game is going to 500 and it's taking a long time. So mind you, the whole time I'm playing spades, I'm just seeing Guilty just walk back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, with this glass in her hand, shaking it like.
That bitch is walking around the venue with a concoction, ready for one of y'all hoes. She's
all right. So you guys are talking black people shit. So I'm gonna step to the side.
So mind you, I'm watching her do this shit, and I'm like, okay, maybe this bitch is high or she just weird tonight. I'm like, whatever. So it was we playing cards and everything, and the next thing you know, she walks over to me and was like, "Here, Diamond, try some alcohol." I looked up like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, no, I don't want any. So the minute she said try some alcohol, bro, the thing that came to my head was, Diamond, remember, the girls who told you about this bitch and how she put shit in people's drinks and shit. So I'm like, no, I'm good. If anybody would have wanted me to drink something, they would have just bought me a fucking drink. The bar was right there. Why do I have to try something that you walking around?
Can you get a little closer to the mic, Diamond?
Why do I have to try something that you've been walking around back and forth with the venue in your hand? And mind you, it's still the same amount of alcohol in there. Like, bitch, you didn't sip it or nothing. You just got the same amount of alcohol you had in the fucking glass the entire time you walking through the venue. Really?
That was some of that unicorn magical juice. That's just gonna put you to sleep.
If I would have took that cup, I think that I would have probably, not been one of her victims because I was right there with my friends, but I think that I definitely would have got roofed if I would have took that fucking cup. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
I wanted to address something really quick. Somebody in the chat had made a comment about when I initially met Guilty and I thought she was creepy, and then 20 minutes later I was backtracking, quote unquote. I wasn't backtracking. Meeting someone and thinking that they creepy doesn't make them a sexual deviant. And it doesn't make them like they're gonna assault you. You can think somebody weird all you want to. They don't make them what she turned out to be.
I'm creepy and I'm asexual. So there you go.
I'm just saying, out of my whole entire time drinking partying with people in the FGC, nobody has ever told me to try some alcohol. It's either, yo, Pink Diamond, let me buy you a drink, or we got bottles upstairs, come on, let's go get a drink and stuff like that. I never had somebody offer me a personal drink that they had the entire night. and asking me to try some of their drink. That never happened ever. So that was really fucking weird to me.
Nah, she had that sauce in that cup for you.
Whatever.
So now before we, one thing I do want to mention is the next topic, which is not going to be a topic, and there's reasoning to it. For those of you out there that had known this, and yes, girls, before you roll your eyes, there's a girl in the community called Tinchy who came out at Evo and said she had issues. She had mentioned what her issues were, and the person that she had named was Flo. And because legitimately there is an investigation going on with the whole situation, it's not right for us to comment on it, because I wouldn't want to say something to either prove or disprove her or incriminate Flo, because Flo is Jewish. Yes, you heard me. He's Jewish and he got lawyers. And I don't want us to say something that's out of place, out of whack. And to be honest, now knowing that there is an investigation going in on it, I'm not comfortable talking about it. And again, before somebody goes out there saying I'm defending, Flo or defending Tinchy, I'm not defending Flo. I know Flo for years. Don't know him like a brother. But I could tell you, he never seemed like the type. I just don't know, and I don't find it fair to comment on it. But to ignore it altogether and pretend there's not an issue there, because that is one of the things that Chosen One was out there ranting about, that, somehow we're selective on who we believe and who we don't. We just don't know at the end of the day. There's just not enough information. And like I've been told, the issue is currently being investigated. So honestly, guys, at this point it's allegedly, like Sudden Death said. What was Zeep's Twitter post, Evil Jagan? I don't know. We got 3 police sketches so far, James. Okay, and that's important. It just wasn't Flo. Rom was the other. I know it was Rom. There was another guy called Fat Do, I think his tag was. I've been following it. The girl that had put out the claim has had a track record in the FGC for a while. Some good, some bad. I know she was saying that, you girls bullied her at one time or something. At the end of the day, I can't speak for any of the ladies, but I'm pretty sure that whether you guys got along in the past or not is irrelevant. That when somebody comes out and makes a claim, you do take it serious. So I really don't see any bias to it. But like I said, since there is an actual police thing going on with it, it's not right for us to talk about it, because I wouldn't want to jeopardize it in either direction. For her or for him. I just don't want to tip the scale. So how was your Evo experience, ladies?
What?
How was your Evo experience?
I don't think any of us went.
I did not go. I stayed home.
Yeah, I think only Caps went. And Adonis.
Caps, were you the one that got told to shut up and sit down, or they'll throw you the fuck out? Oh wait, no, that was Poke. That was Poke Chop. That was Wizard the Poke Chop.
Nah, that nigga Wizard know better than that.
He knows.
That nigga wouldn't talk to me like that.
But he said that shit to Poke Chop.
Yeah.
And that shit is on tape.
See, this Pork Chop is a sponsor player. Me, I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I'm not sponsored, nigga. I will say something to your bitch ass.
Tampa Bison, all black people don't look alike. Oh, my bad. Damn it. Yeah, you kind of do.
No, he do not.
No, he do not. Who looks better, him or the barber? Silence.
But I know she not loyal for real.
So yeah. So anyway, going back with the flow thing, the allegations are inappropriately touching again. But at this point, it could be more, it could be less. I don't know. To comment on, when I had spoke to all these ladies, they told me what happened. Bond told me what happened. I heard all sides of the story. On when it pertains to the flow, Tinchy, I wasn't given all the info.
And I'm gonna say it like I said when we was in the group. Let's get this straight. I don't believe the shit for one, because she lied on Justin and she lied on Dude. My knuckle dude is, listen, that nigga. I was a Defender North one year. Knuckle dude was trying to buy an iPhone from somebody off of Craigslist. Had to meet him at the hotel. Dude was so scared of some shit happening, he came and grabbed Uncle Caps to come facilitate the whole ordeal. And I had to get the nigga the fuck out of here because it was a fake ass phone. Dude was scared to buy a phone off the street. That nigga not finna take no pussy. Come on, man. It's Dude. Little doo-doo. Y'all think it's tripping. Then we talking about Justin. Justin? Nah, nigga. Then you got fat ass Flo. Now Flo, my nigga. I fuck with Flo. But let's be honest. That nigga Flo was riding around in a red fucking scooter the whole weekend. A red scooter. Red, my niggas. Red is the loudest color in the fucking room. There's no way that we got, how many people came to Evo? Like 9,000 people was at Evo? There's no fucking way that you could tell me that out of 9,000 people at Evo, not to mention just the regular people who was already at Vegas is doing Vegas shit, but 9,000 people at Evo didn't see a 300-pound white boy riding a red scooter with a passed out Asian in the basket of the front of the fucking scooter passed the fuck out. Nobody, there's no way you can tell me nobody seen that shit. And it was like, oh, that's normal. No. So when the shit came out, nobody was like, oh yeah, we seen some fat ass nigga rolling a passed out Asian bitch in a scooter. Nobody seen that. Flo can't even fucking walk right now because of health reasons. So he had to put the bitch in the scooter to get the bitch to the room. So there's no way you about to tell me nobody seen a 300-pound white boy riding a red scooter with a passed out Asian girl in the front of the basket to the scooter to the elevator. Y'all not gonna tell me you don't see that shit. Right out. Right the fuck out. Right out. Then, no, nigga, I don't give a fuck about what happened in Vegas, stay in Vegas. Fuck that. You don't. The thing about the human brain is when something awkward sticks out, your attention is attracted to it immediately. You could be at the club and every chick in there got her nails done, and the one chick in there who nails is fucked up, you're going to see that shit because it sticks out. Period. So a 300-pound white boy in a red scooter is going to stick out. That's just like an old lady wearing a shirt with titties on it is going to stick out. Period. You're going to see some shit like that. I'm sorry, nigga. I don't believe that shit. Then she update the shit talking about some, oh, here's the update. I found the messages. And y'all laughing on the messages. Y'all talking shit. He asked for you to send a picture. You told him, oh, I can't right now. Ha ha. I need my glasses because I'm blind. What room is it in? Bitch, if you just got sexually assaulted, why are you trying to find your way back to the predator? Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Because I ain't never met somebody who been raped before or sexually assaulted, and they was trying to find their way back to the predator who did the shit.
It's because wanting more, it was good.
So she updated. Wait a minute. So she updated the long status that she wrote earlier and posted screenshots of her and Flo's conversation.
Yes, never. She was saying in her whole little admission that, oh, and we was texting, and I was trying to get my bag back from him, and he was trying to get pictures from me. It was true, but how she made it sound wasn't completely true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The truth was that, okay, you left the room, you were still fucked up, you asking questions, you laughing with the nigga, and then in the midst of you laughing with the nigga, you trying to figure out a way back to the room that he's at to get your stuff. And the nigga said, either you can come up here or I can bring it to you. Which one? If I just got done raping you or sexually assaulting you, why would I be seen with you downstairs in the lobby anywhere where you can say, hey, that's the guy who did this to me? I'm not trying to be seen nowhere with your ass if I just did this shit to you. And if I was the person who just got my little booty hole ran, I'm not trying to find my way back to the person who just ran my booty hole. Flat out.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to remain neutral in this situation, but I do also want to point out another thing that was interesting about that scenario from the information that I know, was that didn't she have to like point out Flo in a picture, and she claimed to not even know his name?
Yeah.
But then you have screenshots of conversations with him, so you know what his name is.
And you know who else did that? Just like Cookie said, she ain't know nothing about the Chris Bond shit, but Tiffany said she told Cookie that shit years ago. See, I don't forget shit niggas saying. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't be trying to cook everybody all the time. But when niggas get the lying and shit, I'll be paying attention. I remember Cookie made that post. Oh, I'm a practitioner of Buddhism, and I believe in walking beside my friend, and I don't think he did this. But then my nigga Tiff told you what happened in the room years ago. But you say you didn't know he did this kind of shit. Which one is it, my nigga? Either is you is or is you ain't. Same shit with the Tanisha say, bitch, is you is or is you ain't? Which one is it? See, y'all motherfuckers be lying. Now, I get it. If you got some shit going on in your life, you need a friend, I could be your friend. But guess what? Don't lie. You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. And it's just that simple. Be a real nigga. Tell the truth. That's all it is. Because if you don't, when you start to think about lying is when you lie, you gotta tell another lie to keep up with the first lie. And then you gotta tell another lie to back up the second lie to back up the first lie. And it become a snowball effect. And you gotta keep lying and lying. And then once you start lying so much, you start overlapping your lies and they don't make no sense. And that's what she did. She lied so much, none of this shit made sense.
And I want to actually interject really quick with what Chris is saying to kind of piggyback off of that. Not necessarily about Tinchy, because again, we don't know what that is Chris's opinion on how he feels. We don't know for sure one way or the other what the situation is. That's up to Flo to deal with because he has lawyers and shit. But girls that do falsely accuse people of stuff like that are just as guilty as the men or the assaulters that do this shit. You can go to jail too. So you're just as equally accountable as somebody that is assaulting someone else in a sexual manner. So don't think that you're safe either, because that's most definitely not okay. And don't nobody play that. And just how women can be scared of men at events, men can be afraid of women at events too. Don't nobody want to say hi to a girl and then be accused of something they ain't do.
Ain't nobody sleeping in my room.
Period.
I won't even say hi to a girl unless there's 3 guys around.
I want my chosen one shit. You sleep in the bed with me, that means you owe me some booty. Flat out. So be careful, Mel, Tiff, Diamond.
Apparently.
Oh, shit.
Nigga, and I tell you to squeeze in the bed with me, that means you owe me some ass. Yeah. Light skin ass.
In previous shows. You better calm down.
I mean, talk through. I can have a goddamn Neapolitan ice cream. So yeah. Be careful. Be careful.
I'm done.
Yeah.
So, with all this stuff that we spoke about, and again, the outreach that I've seen to all of you girls since this happened has been positive. I see girls that are feeling a little bit more empowered. Listen, and I've said this in our little private chats. I ain't your fucking social justice warrior. Like you said, you get in the bed with Chris, you giving up the ass. I don't want your ass. I just want you to shut the fuck up and play fucking video games.
Yeah.
And then play.
James. Our homie Perfect Legend is in the chat. Can we talk about
that? Yes.
Crazy ass situation too.
But time on that too. But I do want to say this on a serious note when it comes to this. I want. If you are a female listening to this, I want you to really take heed to this. If you are mad at somebody, if you are upset, accusing somebody of a sexual crime is the worst shit you can do, because even if it comes out that you were lying,
they're destroyed.
The guy is always still gonna get the side eye regardless. Period. And that's just how it goes. So that is definitely something that I tell people not to play about. Because that shit is actually some fucked up shit. That is just some shit that you should not play about, because like I said, no matter if you come out and say, oh, I was just mad because I didn't get my way, or he cheated on me, or I felt like he was texting another chick in the scene, so I wanted to get back at him. Accuse somebody of sexual conduct is definitely not the way to go. Because like I said, if it comes out that you was lying, the guy is still always going to get the side eye. Period. And that's a fucked up stigma to have.
You literally wreck his life for not giving you his way. For you not getting your way. You wrecked his life.
It's a very fucked up stigma to have on you. Period. That's fucked up, especially when you're not even the type of person that's doing that kind of shit. For the niggas who's doing that, you fucked up. I'll punch you in the face. Stop doing it.
You deserve to be in jail.
You little creepy fuck you. But for the ones who not fuck you, Diamond. For the ones who been accused of shit and you ain't did that shit, that's fucked up, because that shit sticks with you forever. And that's not some shit you should play with.
No, at all. Now, it's extremely serious.
And to be honest, if you are a TO watching this shit, if it ever comes out that a chick is lying, her ass should be banned permanently too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not over that Noel Brown shit. Cause that shit was some bullshit. Because she was definitely trying to fuck on me and Noel that whole weekend in front of Andre.
And I remember that.
And you was right there when he was playing on the street.
I remember that.
He was smart, so you can come up to my room, Caps, and my room number is this and that, and I'll suck your dick and all that.
While she was with Andre. Right. Andre would be right there. He was oblivious as hell.
Luckily, the difference between me and Noel is I don't really like white chocolate. I think white pussy look nasty to me. It look infected. So I was really enticed. You know, I really wasn't enticed by the offer with the white. So I left it alone. Now Noel be walking around with that the Saved by the Bell white girl shirt, so you know he like white girls. No shame in it, but this time, my nigga, white girl got you in trouble. Follow Uncle Caps. I stay away from the white meat.
Yeah, I'm not a white meat guy either.
Yeah.
No.
So, and it may sound fucked up to people watching, but I just keep it 100 at all times.
But you know what? You know what? Again, to spin off of the comedic side of you, on the serious side, if people in the scene, men or women, I don't give a shit what you are. I don't give a shit your walk of life. I don't support anybody's group. People are people. If you ever have a legitimate problem, you need to be able to reach out to somebody. You need to be able to talk to them. Not only that, go to the cops. We are, we've gotten labeled as the Maury Povich, Jerry Springer show. I cannot tell you how flooded these girls were over the last couple of days of people hitting them up saying, oh my God, it's so amazing that you guys are standing up and doing this, and you know what? I want to tell you what happened to me. And some of those stories were Chris Pine. Some of those stories were actually Not just these 3 girls. It came out. Now, did we go and say let's bring it all out? No. The girl said to it, I don't want to go out. I don't want to be public. But something similar like that happened to me with the same person. Fly Nation, man, thanks a lot for the subs. I don't know what subs are, but I forgot. That's a whole new thing. I'm old, so I don't I'm not with the Twitch times, but subs are good things. But it's like I don't care, and I've even said all of these girls, Kendra, all these girls that have dealt with it, they're all open to listening. Now they're not a 911 line. 911 is always the best way to get something done. But at the end of the
Your signal is you're breaking
speak
up.
to the mic. Speak to the mic. What are you, jumping rope? Double Dutch, right? That's what you guys do.
Diamond, can you say that again? Because I did not hear you. I'm so sorry.
I said, it's not in my vocabulary. I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, 911 is not in your vocabulary. So call 411.
True.
And then just say, get me the police. But, like I said, it's okay to reach out. And it don't have to be them. You can reach out to any of the girls that you feel comfortable with.
Right.
But don't make the mistake. And this is where these girls kind of made a mistake. They said, oh, it's just me. It was just Crispy and Chris. And let it go. Until they found out, well, wait. It happened to you. It happened to her. It happened to me. All the same person? No. Spread out years. Who else is in between?
The chat is wild.
Mm-hmm. But Diamond needs to shut off her camera because
James, I'm definitely going to have to say that, besides all that of us finding out all these girls, if this happens to, anyone else, I do agree they have to go to the police because when I started thinking about it, if I didn't take the factor, of just, it being bond, if this was another person doing this to me, I would have definitely reacted. I would have beat that ass. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I could have prevented this from even happening to Diamond or happening to the next girl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking that as my apologies for still trying to give that benefit of doubt to Bond. But usually the most foul shit happens from the people that you know. And I know that I've been getting some messages going well, how come you didn't record it? Some things just seems I guess familiar in ways and oh well this is just my friend or whatever, and people have stories of even their family doing some things that they don't even want to think about and never went to the cops or reported something. So you have to also be human with this. It takes a lot for us to really come out in that way, and we didn't want to ruin Bond's life, but at the same time, he did not keep us safe.
Yeah.
He was not thinking about his daughter when he did that. He wasn't thinking about it in 2006 with that girl at E3, and he wasn't doing it in 2012 when it happened to Kendra, and he wasn't thinking about that 4 years ago when it happened to me, and what was it this year with you, Diamond? He wasn't thinking about that. So, call me heartless. I can't go with the, I don't remember. But I still take accountability on my side that, you know what, I should have separated our friendship with that because this could have actually stopped back then.
Yeah.
And
so as make my mistake.
And as early as 2006. Because when Combo Breaker made the post that they were banning him, the tournament page, there was a girl that commented on there and said her stuff is on that post on Twitter. And she even said, had I known, I would have told y'all back then that he was a piece of crap. Because he apparently did this shit to her at E3 2006. So... But the PO thing, just so everybody knows, because I know people got real hype in the chat. That has nothing to do with sexual assault. That was some wildness that happened on Twitter.
I touched PL.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. Let's touch on PL. Wrong words. My bad. I meant to say let's touch on PL. I never touched PL. I swear. At least
So yeah, let's talk about
At least I don't remember.
So there was some phantom Twitter page.
Ghost FGC. Ghost
Ghost
FGC.
FGC wrote on Twitter last night about how to what was it like, how to kick PL out of an event or something like that, and it was to go to Evo and shoot PL and shoot up Evo. And this was a real tweet. This was like a real account that was made on Twitter. Let me find the screenshots.
Oh, I thought your night was out.
What?
What did you say, Diamond?
What about him? He's downloadable, Andy, right now.
Oh yeah, motherfucker, so hurry this shit up. Yeah.
I could go right now and download him. I got the whole thing over there.
Hold on. Oh, here it is. I don't know how I would send this to you, James.
Oh, I had seen it already. Where is it?
Okay, yeah. Here, yeah. How do you get clout off of Perfect Legend? Maybe post a funny 3-0 meme, beat him in a set, accidentally run into him at KL, O2 him, yada yada yada. And then he said, strip him away from top 8, shoot up Evo and kill Perfect Legend. Pretend to be Perfect Legend on Xbox and lose. So many questions, so little answers. And yeah, that's what this profile said. This was yesterday at 3:24 p.m.
Now
it's called Ghost FGC.
Now what's fucked up? The guy's been there for a while. He's a Cali person.
Oh.
I know who he is. So let me get this straight, because the assholes that think they run the NRS scene, the scumbag commentators, the little bitch ass sucker punches and shit like that. I said you're destroying your own fucking scene because you allowed this jerk off from Canada to sucker punch Sonic Fox. And you're only setting it up for worse. So again, he punches Sonic. Buffalo goes off on Scar at an event which was just short of, like, you might as well have punched him because it was a verbal assault. And you let all this shit slip. And now look at what you got. You got people trolling PL, telling them they should shoot them. What the fuck is wrong with the NRS scene? Whether you're European players or American players, you're a bunch of cunts. Like, you're the grimiest of motherfuckers I've ever seen. Because literally, you just got done trolling PL on Twitter nonstop. Like, it's always an assault on this guy. Always. And, people always refer back to me. Well, you called him out and you put a bounty on him. And I also talked to him. I never hated the guy. I never wanted to hurt the guy. I never told somebody to shoot him or beat him up. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you that you would even say that? Like, honestly, shooting him up?
The second threat of shooting up Evo in, like, the past year? Mm-hmm. Like, what? What is wrong with y'all? There is, like, real incidents of mass shootings happening. Two of them happened a week ago. Yeah. Within a couple days of each other. Like, that isn't a joke. People can troll and whatever. It was people trolling the rape story that I wrote in OBS. It's like, there's a limit to things. And if you think that all of that kind of shit is funny, then it's just something wrong with you. And you probably should reevaluate who you are as a person.
And Tampa Bison said it right there. Shooting up Evil. Complexion checks out. Exactly. Another fucking white guy. Another white guy that wants to talk. And you know what? I hate white people. Somebody can screen cap that. Let the race war happen. Listen, you can put a fucking thing around my neck. You can make me your fucking bitch. I'm serving you people. Dead ass. I don't want. We'll kill the white men together, and then when we're done, you can kind of put me on the side. You know, I mean, the shit that these people do in this scene for shits and giggles and laughs is beyond an abomination. Threatening to shoot up PL for what? Shooting up Evo? What the fuck is? And what is wrong with you people? Like, honestly, like, really think... I don't know what kind of medicines you're on, but stop taking them. Because it makes you a fucking retard. You know, it's gotten so bad in this fucking scene. With all the shit that's going on in the real world. And I've said this a million times. The FGC is not your safe space. Stop. Your safe space is in your bedroom. That's it. The FGC is part of the real world. There is no safe space in the real world. The only person that's going to look out for you are the people around you that you trust enough to look out for you. You know, surround yourself with good people. Avoid the fucking scumbags. Root out people like that would say, I'd shoot up an event. Like, why would you... I can't even figure out why somebody would say that. You know, it's literally some of the dumbest shit that comes out of people's mouths in this scene. And of course, you know, somebody will say, oh, James says he hates white people. So what? I'm allowed to.
James, your connection is breaking up a lot.
Is it?
I do have a question though for everybody. Where do you all think that we should go from here as a community to grow from this, to do better, to, I guess, prevention methods, anything, like what solutions basically? Like where do we take this? Because it's probably been the worst week in the FGC in a long time.
I mean, everybody wants a safe space. You're not getting a safe space. You can make environments more safe by rooting out these people actually saying something. Speak the fuck out. Don't let the situation become, well, it's just me overreacting.
I agree with Smash and Don. He says send for corn to set everyone straight moving forward. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I hate to coin the stupid New York City subway thing. If you see something, say something. You know, go to the people, you know, whether it's police. Now, people say, you know, like I see Skywalker in there, hire some security. The more that you bring stuff in, the more, you guys don't want to pay $5 more for an event. I see people crying about how our events aren't making millions of dollars because they can't afford it. The companies don't want to invest in it. It's a sewer. Look at what we're talking about. We're not, you know, people hate Richard Lewis. But you know what Richard Lewis talks about on his show? Fucking Team A versus Team B, making trades and doing buys and sales, and player A got traded to Team B. We're talking about motherfuckers getting fucked in hotel rooms. Because it's everywhere. You know, and Richard Lewis walked away from our scene because he came to visit us to say, hey, I'll help you guys out. And you called him a Nazi and basically tried to kick him out. You're muted, Melanie.
I just said, yeah, ran him away.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Hollow? They say I'm gonna hang with all cats. I feel safe.
You know what though? On something real, people. I said this in our conversation with me and James and Chris, and I think Adonis at one point. People used to make fun of me for hanging out with y'all like that, and they'd be like, "Oh, why you got this crew following you around? This is that." But I was like, "No, I hang with them because I know that they don't be on nothing. I don't know about you though." So that's a different story.
We don't know about
that's
you.
Not even a joke.
I know about
tell people that.
I don't know
That's
about you.
exactly why I hang out with them and James and my couple of friends from Chicago that I know.
Nah,
That's it. Period.
You know what?
Every tournament. So what the fuck? They be lit as hell. Like it's never a dry moment around them.
I remember that time.
And if I'm not with men that I know, I'll be with my female friends at events. That's it.
That's what, you know what? I'm gonna talk to Adonis. That's what we might do. We might
Security.
point security. You know what I'm saying? Big E, Jabali, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Weird little hoe ass. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas got ass. Cause we some big niggas, dog. You talking about 5'7", 220, no neck. I might put a nigga on his head. If I would have seen Flo in the red scooter with the Asian bitch,
You would have pushed him over.
I would have put
Pushed him over like a turtle on his back.
What are you doing, sir? With this little Asian girl. Ma'am, are you alive?
Take that girl out of your basket now.
I'm just picturing that scenario. I'm so done. I'm done with this movie.
That should be cold with some little corn.
Wait. Hold on. She's not Asian.
Yeah, she's not. She's totally white. She parades like she's Asian, or she tells people she's Asian. Yeah, she's not Asian at all.
Wait, Tinchy?
No, yeah, not at all.
James, I would do it on some. Remember the Warriors? How they had their little war vest and shit. I have that on with the corn symbol on the back, all leather black vest with the corn symbol. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out there corn security, nigga.
Corn security. That would be hysterical. Like what you were talking about before? BDG.
Oh yeah.
Sponsor your team.
Oh, yeah, big gaming.
Big gaming.
Dog, that'd be some cold shit. Corn security. We might have to start that. They might get some shit. Hold on. Who want to see corn security? Let me know right now. How many people we got watching?
Like 350.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let Uncle Caps know. Do y'all want corn security? Do y'all want to see Uncle Caps drop a thing on his head when he see somebody toting a little girl in a red scooter? Let me know. Cause I'm dropping niggas just for y'all. Corn security. I'm about to get that LLC tomorrow, nigga. Fuck it.
Get bonded, man. Get bonded, and you could probably want whatever events you go to. You get a gig.
Every event, yeah, we gonna have to start that. That's gonna be since I want to know how we gonna help the community. I'm gonna talk to the squad. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have niggas like me, Fee, Adonis, GP Money.
Yes.
You don't see us. We're gonna be walking around with the vest and the little Ray-Bans on, so you can't even see if we're looking at you for real. We might be looking at you, we might not be. And if I see you touching, if I see you groping, you don't even say that out the way, fam, or I'm on your ass. That's what we gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a long time coming, and this week has been exhausting. I don't think people in the chat are like people who have commented on OBS like how this was shocking for everyone else. Like this has been a constant like conversations, constant trying to figure out how we're going to address this, what we gonna do, how we, it's been a lot, and we're all exhausted. And like for real.
Listen, I'm as real as it gets, and I told them all today. Last night when this shit all was starting to really bubble over, I don't get flustered. My ass is up at 4 o'clock every fucking morning for work. You know what time I went to work today? Fucking 3:30 in the afternoon. I get up at 4 in the morning. I literally get to work by 7 and I leave at 4:30. I got to work at 4 and left at 4:30 because this shit had just fucking fried my brain. With all the shit that I'm getting. I mean, my phone, listen, 3 o'clock in the morning, motherfuckers from all over the world calling me up going, yo, I heard about this, I heard about that, I heard about this. Listen, I'm not Dr. Joyce Brothers. I want to help people, But let's keep it real here. We can only do so much.
So much, yeah.
That's why you need core security.
Shut up.
I'm gonna let you monitor my phone.
Shit, I ain't even start this shit yet, but I'm promoting this shit like a motherfucker. That's why you.
Somebody said you're like evil Dr. Phil James.
Yeah.
Mel, can you picture me and that as 3 dinner nigga through the table at an event? Could y'all picture that?
Oh my god. Y'all
Nigga, I just pick a nigga up, I just come out the air flying, nigga. My little ass, my little 5'7" short ass come out there flying and just grab a nigga by the neck and we pull a nigga through the table. Bitch ass nigga, we told you. Yeah. Get your ass up. That shit be gangster.
Y'all need a reality show.
Yes.
That shit. Oh, hey, you know what? Look at the screen. That nigga say CPA, Core Protection Agency. I do like that too.
I like that.
CPA, nigga. Yeah, freeze. CPA. This shit so gangster. I'm in the elevator like these waiting on niggas think they gonna catch a nigga slipping. I'm watching you niggas. Core security.
Oh, actually, a thing that we didn't like all the way touch on with the people getting roofied at Evo, we have no real information on that yet, and that's a whole other person. Everybody we addressed today, that's a whole different person. So just think about that.
Yes.
And we don't know who that is.
Exactly.
So they actually put
I've been told to keep it. I was told professionally not to get involved with the roofie thing because the police are actually involved. That is why I'm not talking about it, because I was asked on a professional, not an OBS, not a James MK. They said, James Fink, can you do us a favor? We're trying to. Whoa, hold on there. What the fuck's up with you, Siri? Just picking up shit on your own. Can you just stay away from it, because it is actually under a legitimate investigation with the police? So I said, you know what, you're right. I'm not going to get involved.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all know that or not, but us speaking on that when they tell you not to is actually considered obstruction of justice. So I ain't trying to go to jail.
Right, exactly. So I just decided to mention why we didn't address that for anybody that was curious, and just so that's a whole other situation. That's bigger than us.
How you doing tonight? You got right over there?
Who are you talking to? Diamond?
I'm talking to Tiffany. How you doing, Tiff?
I'm doing great. How about you?
You know what? You just over there looking so good and chocolatey.
Oh my God.
So much life right now. You know you look good too, girl. You better cut it out.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Got the hair all laid out and shit. We see you. We see you. Don't look away now. You know what you did. You know what you'll be doing.
I'm holding you right now.
What's that expensive ass chocolate that be? What's that? Godiva?
Oh my God.
Looking like a bag of that, girl. You better cut it out.
Oh my God.
You know I had to fuck with you. You was already making this little blank face. I had to see you smile one time. I was for real about that chocolate though. Don't play.
I'm gonna dive into your deli, boo. So
whatever you want to be is fine with me.
Well, I'm kind of spent.
Yeah, I'm in the same.
It's gonna build up a bunch of emotional exhaustion.
I'm definitely kind of spent.
Just do your show.
What's tomorrow? The 13th or the 4th? Today the 13th or the 14th? 14th.
The 14th.
When the fuck did what's the little white girl name that we still like Sagat years ago?
Super Yan?
Super Yan.
When did Super Yan get fat?
I didn't know she was still around.
She's lame as hell. I seen her at Evo this year.
Oh no.
Walking by herself, eating by herself, like nobody even knew who she was.
Oh damn.
I said, ain't that super Sagat?
Oh
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You ain't seen that? That's why she don't like me because me and Ladonna said she likes a guy.
yeah, y'all did. Antoine.
Little booty chin and shit, and it's real strong. It look like that. It's all fucked up.
I'm so done.
That's what y'all.
That whole scenario was out of pocket as hell.
She might take her up and cut a nigga free. You know what? She can be part of corn security with her big ass.
I actually want to ask y'all something real quick. What do you guys feel about that admission on, was it Dextero?
Yes.
About, with Chris Bosh's admission. What do you guys think about that article?
That article was lame as fuck.
My nigga Diamond be saying everything is lame as fuck.
Everything is, what in your life, yeah. What in your life isn't lame as fuck?
Diamond.
What in your life is not lame as fuck?
Move up to the goddamn computer so we can hear you.
This shit was fucking lame because he did not admit to what he did. He's still trying to play like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing when I'm asleep, nigga. You know what the fuck you doing? Just admit it and we will shut the fuck up.
Oh, she did like Filbert from Rocco's Modern.
I was about to say something.
I used to think about that. She's definitely part of corn security.
Oh my god.
It's over here.
So the article, for me, I felt like it was similar to what he had texted me yesterday. It was like this kind of PC, kind of like blanket apology. It was never like he really addressed everyone individually. I think that, unfortunately, that's probably the best everybody is going to get, as shitty as that sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also really kind of, he admitted it also, So it's, it was kind of a bittersweet thing, I guess. Because you wouldn't be apologizing massively and seeking therapy for some things that you didn't do to people.
Exactly.
Right.
So,
I guess my thing is, like I said, it's one of them things like, at this point, as far as the community is concerned, for y'all, for the ladies of the community, I feel like we accomplished the goal, which was eliminating a threat to the females of the community. Yeah. And as I stated earlier, anything further than that y'all are seeking, that's up to y'all to take legal action. Because like I said, I'm not a victim. I'm just a support system.
I'm not either, actually, of this situation.
You know what? Fuck this nigga. If this is what happened, we can handle it. But at the end of the day, once I do my part, any further validation that you need towards the situation, it can only be handled in a legal manner, and that's something that you gotta handle. Now, of course, I'm not gonna. Me and James ain't gonna just leave you by the wayside and say, well, the court, fuck it. We still gonna support you. We still gonna have your back. We still gonna, talk if you need to talk, all that good shit. But it's up to you to take that step to pursue any kind of legal action.
Yeah, it can't just be us. You need to pursue that. Right. We could pat you on the back and make it all right, but we can't. We can call corn security and beat an ass, but we really can't. At the end of the fucking day, you need to take that matter and,
like if I was to really, if we was to really do some corn security shit. As much as I would love to three niggas through the table, I can't do that for real. I mean, I can physically do it, but legally, I'll be going to jail. So if I was to really start some court security shit, the most I could do is escort a nigga off the premises and ban them from that tournament. Anything after that would have to be strictly up to the female to press charges. I can, we can take a nigga out the back and kick him in his ass and kick him out the venue. Oh, that's okay. But realistically speaking, after we kick him out the venue, anything further than that is up to y'all.
Right. And that's for any of the ladies that have experienced this stuff with Ron, with Guilty, or with someone else that maybe none of us know about. Yeah, and that's any abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, anyone that has harmed you, male, female, it don't matter. It is serious, and it may be scary. It's a scary situation, and it's up to you how you deal with your trauma and how it's.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm off street justice. I'm on some old casino shit where you get caught cheating in a casino, they take you in the back room, rough you up, beat your ass, and kick you out. I'm all for that. But realistically, we can't do that.
Exactly.
So
Got her nails done over there. Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm just looking at this message and I'm wondering if I should take it some type of way because Tampa Bison said I like goofy looking girls and said Tiffany's kind of a goofy looking and is charming. I'm like, I hope you don't mean a negative way because I still got your inbox, bruh, and you ain't calling me goofy. I still say my screenshot, bruh.
Oh, Tampa, you went out.
I like this stuff.
You ain't Tampa, you ain't that chocolate is feisty, nigga. You can't just tamper with the chocolate. You can't. No, nigga. You gotta caress the chocolate. You gotta be nice to the chocolate. You see, niggas be fucking up.
All right. So, all right, guys.
It wasn't one of
He said, "Yeah, I'll be in her inbox." He ain't afraid. He ain't scared.
Yeah, call me goofy looking and stop looking at my stories and stop being in my inbox if I'm so fucking goofy.
Period. Nigga, the fuck?
I like how Diamond just chimed in.
My nigga Diamond, I swear to God, Diamond, I love you, my nigga. You my nigga, dog. But you get my fucking nerves, B. I swear, bro.
What were you gonna say, Jay?
Well, that last one definitely made this a on the blast show.
Yeah.
She definitely had it on blast. I'm kind of interested to see what he gonna say to that. You be thirsty, my nigga? You can't be. You can't.
I'm about to say something else, but I'm trying to be a lady. But anyway,
I
want to see that side of Tiff. I want to see that side of you. Let that shit out.
wait, no. I've seen the other side of Tiffany.
It's been a minute. I would like to see it again. That's all I'm saying. You know.
Did you actually see that side? Did he really see your other side?
no,
I
I'm so sorry.
I saw your other side in the streets of New York.
Oh no.
But that's another story for another episode. We'll let people guess what that one is.
My name is
Diamond, your microphone.
My nigga got this AOL dial up over there. I need you to get it together.
Chris, there's something I have to tell you. There was a little episode between me and James. It was by accident, though. I accidentally kicked him in the stomach by accident.
Huh?
Yeah, she kicked me
Tiffany, a gangster.
because I was breaking up her fighting somebody. She don't mention that part.
Because they were trying me at that Ash Fest party, and I was just swinging, and I didn't even know it was you. And when I'm mad, I black out. So if you're coming towards me fast, I'm thinking you're coming after me. So I'm either going to punch you or lay the fuck up. I'm gonna kick you, and I just started kick, and I'm sorry.
When you see a black woman do this, that means shit popped off. When black women get clapping their hands, you might want to get the fuck out of Dodge, my nigga. This is cultural. This is cultural economics 101. Whenever you see a black woman clap her hands, that means shit got real, my nigga. Get the fuck out of Dodge. So.
But I did apologize once I calmed down. I needed 2 minutes to actually see. Like, I had to get the tunnel vision going, and then when I realized, I'm like, oh my God, I hit you. I'm so sorry. Like, it's okay.
Jackie came and said she was about to hit James with a stunner.
Clapping hands equal run, nigga, run. Cause that's your ass. That is your. When I come over and I talk to my granny, and she mad about something, granny gets doing this. Like, boy, I'll be like, I love you, granny. I'm gone. No, and my grandma's in the army. I see my grandma show my baby mama before.
Oh.
It's always the clap and the phrase. I think it's funny how once you hear that, back up. Just back up.
You got. I think it's funny, or my favorite shit when y'all be mad and y'all be like, all right, and y'all get real. Nope. That means she about to cut your bitch ass, or she about to get in her car and hit you with her car. Run, nigga, run. That's the one. That's the real one. They get the you whole ass, you a bitch ass. You know what? All right. You be like, so we good? And next thing you know, you trying to walk to your shit, you get hit by a car. Nah, nigga.
People posting penises
I see
in
that.
the chat.
I see that.
It may be time for everyone to go to sleep.
I think it's time for everybody to go to bed because there's penises on my screen.
Right.
That's usually a sign. That's usually a sign it's time.
Yeah, right. People have become delirious and shit.
So we not gonna talk about the perfect legend. Oh, we did talk about that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
You know what? I kind of want him to come on, but it's cool. I know PL not a
he's not
a conversational kind of nigga.
Nah, but you want to know what?
Regardless, that was some ridiculousness, and apparently they are investigating it. So hopefully they find you because you can't just make threats like that. Like that's a threat. Like
I'm gonna need motherfuckers
you
to
did
read.
On the internet don't mean it's not real.
I'm gonna need niggas to read because if you look on the FBI Twitter, it definitely says do not refer any incident to the FBI Twitter. Email or call the FBI hotline. That shit definitely says do not tweet them on incidents, niggas. Y'all niggas cannot read.
Right.
Hey, Tiffany, do you like long walks on the beach?
Where are you going with this?
A guest, Fright Night TV is asking me to ask you. I don't know. If...
Well, technically, I was asking. You know what I'm saying? I was asking, boo. So if you want to answer that.
I'll answer you. Yes, I like long walks on the beach.
So because I'm definitely about to catch that flight. I'll be seeing you real soon.
Oh my
wow. How romantic. And look, do the rock eye lift, too, while you're at it. Yeah.
Security.
I am security.
Oh my god.
All right, so again, let's try to wrap this up. I'm going to give the floor to all four of you to get you whatever last minute things you want to get out, and then I'll wrap it up, and then my ass goes to sleep to get up at 4 a.m. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Would any of you give short dudes a chance?
Aww.
I have before.
I have too.
They have extremely big. No, mine.
This is why it was posted in the chat, Diamond.
So, if any of you guys want to get anything out, we'll start with Tiffany.
You're muted. You're muted.
I'm muted?
No,
oh, you were.
She's whispering. We listening.
Damn, I don't really have much to say right now. It's just, I said my story and I wouldn't put myself out there because I'm not a drama girl or whatever. So how you take it is whatever. But other than that, thanks to the support of, James, Melanie, Diamond, and everybody that's been in the inbox and calling me and everything, I really appreciate it. And it's nice to know that there's a lot of people in the scene that don't tolerate that bullshit. And Kat, you are the preacher. I love you for everything you did, and definitely talking to me this morning that meant the world to keep me, getting up there, because I thought I was about to kill a motherfucker. So,
anything for you. Anything for you.
Thanks. So, thank you to everybody that's supportive. But, it's rough, but, we got this. And that's it I gotta say.
Miss Diamond. Hold on.
Fuck you.
Why do I have to give a thanks to anybody in this motherfucking shitty ass community? Fuck all you bitches.
Did I not say that was gonna be the shit? That's the diamond. That's the classic diamond. I don't give a fuck about none of that. It's fuck you. Say you. Diamond. Are you? You my nigga. Well, apparently Diamond says fuck the community. Fuck you, little bastards. Go ahead, Mel.
I'm happy that this is over. Like seriously, and I'm happy that it's maybe over for these scenarios, but it's a lot of other stuff, that, like I said before, we don't know about, and don't be afraid to speak up. Whoever, this might have happened to, or a similar thing, and
don't let your fucking drinks go anywhere unattended.
Yes, definitely. No, that's serious as hell. Even if you're in a room with groups of people, like if somebody room party or something, don't ever let your drink take it to the bathroom with you.
We forgot one situation.
What?
Chris T and him getting banned from YNF.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because they banned him today.
Well, for what though?
Because Guilty said that he was the one doing some shit.
Right, she did implement him in some stuff. So yeah, and that's kind of, I don't know a lot about that situation, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But I just know that general thing. Yeah, but yeah, that did happen today.
Yeah, I didn't really hit on it, but in a nutshell, from what I was told, he was set up with one of Guilty's little Asian girlfriends to basically try and do some shit with him to get him fucking in trouble, and it was one of those suck my dick type thing, and apparently she grabbed at his junk, and because of that, he became kind of the predator. And wow. I don't have all the. It's fucked up because that wouldn't have happened on the East Coast. I can tell you that right now. We don't just knee-jerk reaction.
Right.
Everything gets vetted out. As much as people think everything's a knee-jerk reaction with all this shit, we looked into every possible scenario to make it go away peacefully. So, to me, and it's not to put the West Coast on blast, but, that dude been coming to Wednesday Night Fights for 10 years. You just ban him like that on word-of-mouth shit?
Yeah.
And you know what? That's, to me, that's crazy. Like, I understand and this ain't, I don't want nobody trying to screenshot this or screenshot and say I'm trying to go out Valle. That's unk. But in the time period that he's been around and the wild shit that they was doing in his time period, I think he would have handled that situation a little bit better than that, because that was definitely some he say she say shit, and that shit was really just some shit from Guilty being mad at Chris T for fucking a chick that Guilty was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that was that exact situation I was talking about earlier, where it's fucked up when you cry wolf and shit really didn't happen.
Yeah.
And now look that somebody's. Luckily, I don't know what's gonna happen going forward with his sponsor and all that shit. Luckily, it's only been just his local shit, but hopefully it doesn't go any further. But that's just fucked up. Now he's banned from his local.
Yeah.
And Wednesday night fights is a pretty big deal because them niggas be 50 to 100 niggas plus in Tekken, 60 niggas plus in Street Fighter. So that's a nice little full tank of gas for the week and then some for work for a nigga. So that's fucked up that it came to that. And Vaya, if you watching this, nigga, I hope you seriously overturn that because I don't really agree with that.
And at least do investigation because it should be a lot more than just somebody says something.
And then the next day you get banned.
All right.
Yeah.
That's just wild.
The only other thing that I wanted to say was that I love everybody and y'all are my girls, and I'm just happy that we could at least get you all some type of justice from this and bring it to light. And I would never want this to happen to anybody else. Regardless of my personal whatever relationship with the girl or not, no one deserves this, period.
Yeah.
And people talk about I'm a bully and kids are, okay, forget all of that. No one deserves this kind of stuff, period. No matter if it's touching or if it's worse than that. No one. Tell the police. Tell somebody. Tell T.O. Tell somebody. Confide in someone that will help you do something better. And I'm tired. I will probably not talk to people for like a week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but and also the very, very last thing I want to say, thank you, James, because James for real does not get enough praise. And people be sidebarring James and shading him and all kind of stuff. And James don't deserve that shit. James does stuff that people are afraid to speak up about. Period.
You guys do the speaking up. I just hit the start button. You guys do all the speaking up.
That's all I had to say. I'm done. Go ahead, Chris.
I feel the Chris Brown moment. Is it too soon? So look, I just want everybody to be better. Be a better person than you were yesterday, and move forward. That's really just it. You know what I'm saying? Be you, live in your truth, and be better than you was yesterday, and help your fellow man. Like, if you see somebody just pass the fuck out and you think they about to get taken advantage of, say something. Speak up. If it's your friend and you know some shit popped off, say something. Speak up. You know what I'm saying? It's really just that simple. If niggas stop trying to be out for themselves and look out for their fellow man, because we're supposed to be a community. Community is plural. It's a together thing. It's not just the fighting game solo. It's the fighting game community. A community looks out for one another. So look out for one another. You know what I'm saying? Have each other back. Speak the fuck up. Encourage one another. And keep the bullshit to a minimum. And shouts out to my niggas Team Ugly. Shouts out to, all my niggas at Corn Security. We coming. We out here. Don't worry, LLC. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the ladies in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Love all y'all individually. Y'all know y'all my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Smooches to them. And, of course, to my favorite white man who has the nigga pass, James.
I don't have the pass. I gave the pass back.
No, you got it, nigga.
You got it.
Like she said, without James having the show and taking the time, because he could be sleeping, he could be getting some pussy right now, he could be eating some food, he be doing 100 different things, and so could I. I'll let you have your moment. Hush you. Thank you. We could be doing 100 different things, but we here trying to make things better for everybody to come together and have I don't want to say safe space because the world isn't really a safe place, but to have a better environment for us to be around. So that's it.
And guys.
And to the chat. I see y'all asking questions about a couple of different things.
Oh, Mike Ross just thanked
What's up, Mr. Mike Ross? How are you, sir?
Thanks for watching, Mike.
What's up, Rose? What's my nigga, Rose?
Is you Rose?
I know it's a lot of questions about a couple other different things that's been said or been tossed out. The reason you don't see us talk about those things is because those people have not come to us individually and asked us to speak on their situation. Right. I'm not going to speak on a situation that the person didn't want to speak on, period. And it's a lot more shit. And as we go on, hopefully today's stream and give those others that confidence and that courage to say, I'm going to speak up and we can talk on that and expose the rest of these little creep fuckers. So keep in mind, we know about the shit, trust me. But we can only speak on the shit that people want to come forward and want us to speak on.
And actually, just to piggyback, really quick off of that, and I don't have nothing else to say. But way back a year ago, when we did the stream on Andre and all that stuff came out about Andre, I said then, there's others that are worse than Andre. Did I not? Look where we are now.
I mean, we're good. Listen, I'm going to tell people right off the bat, and I said it to, when this came out with Chris, I told Chris very clearly, just like I told Larry when Larry had a bad final round. I can't just be going after Wizard and the people that everybody says are dicks, or the guys who are dicks to me. It's got to be what the show's point is. If you're my friend and you do something fucked up, you're getting put on blast. It's not about me seeking clout to make all these friends and be part of some elite clique club. It's very simple. Do right by the people that are in the community. That's it. If you do right by people, don't try to turn around. If you want to get pussy, listen, at the end of the day, I say back page, but apparently that's gone. What do I want to go to now? City something?
Oh, I got you. I can tell you all that shit. For all my niggas who need that cool Che, and you got the 40 ball on deck, you can go to citygirls.com. You can go to labescort.com. Oh, it's ways, baby. It's ways. That 40 ball will get you far out here in this world. I tell niggas all the time. No matter, it is no disrespect to y'all, but this is just real talk. Pussy costs. No matter how you
no matter which way.
Either you pay for it directly or you pay for it indirectly. If you taking her on dates, whining and dining, and then you get some ass, or she say, hey, I need my phone bill paid, you pay for it, and then you fuck. That's it. You gonna pay for it either way. You ain't gotta take it, just pay for it, baby. That's it. You gotta pay to play. You gotta pay to play.
Yep.
Period.
But keep your hands to yourself.
Creep fuckers.
Don't be sharing fucking. Be men and be women, or be whatever the fuck you want to be, but be civil.
Right.
And one of the things that, like I've been saying, and I see myself saying it a million times. If you don't clean this shit up, which back in the day I said it's going to burn. Well, guess what? It's on fire right now.
Yeah. On fire.
Now it's up to you guys. Either pour the gas and burn it to the ground, and I'm a firm believer that it needs to be burnt to the ground, because the FGC as a whole, going back to '85, was built on a shitty foundation of an arcade mentality, where everybody can do whatever the fuck they want because nobody gave a shit. Well, now you want to better it, but it's built off of that shitty foundation. You need to build it back up And you need to build it up in a way where you're actually building it on its new foundation, which is we're not letting shit like this go.
Hey, that nigga Frank, I said, hey, Tiff, you need your phone bill paid.
Who said that? Tampa?
Friday night
Oh,
TV.
Friday night.
Cause I said, if you don't see your phone bill paid, you can fuck. He say, Tiff, you need your phone bill paid.
Oh,
My
thank you.
nigga is on your head. I've been watching his comments the whole time. He
I
is
have to. I have to. He wild out.
I pay my own. Thank you. Be good.
I think Tampa and Friday night. I think y'all niggas is fucked up. Y'all don't think
They in
y'all.
cahoots.
Yeah.
I don't think y'all getting that one. I don't. Y'all might be SOL, baby.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out for you two. You know, again, that city page, check it out, man, guys. $40.
I'm trying to tell you. Or you could, hey, Mel, you put something about the tips and tricks party.
Oh my god, yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun.
I had the girls up there, hey, you better tell them, Mel.
You all need to have another one, first of all, and it needs to be bigger because that was so much fun. We like drove to Detroit for that.
Hey, you know what? James said he wanted to come to the next one. I might throw another one before the summer out.
Yeah.
Please do. Oh, that would be lit. I'll totally
Get
come.
one together real quick and then throw it and invite all y'all and we do like a little promo video. And if niggas want to come from around the little states, just come to the Tips and Tricks Party, Volume 2.
Right.
Hosted by Corn Security.
Exactly. Always for security.
Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I'm gonna tell you the truth right now.
Perfect Legend said, "Hot girl summer almost over."
I'm gonna tell the truth.
This chat is a hot mess.
I see you, B-Fool. I don't tell nobody. But look, I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. The Tips and Tricks parties, it consists of games and strippers.
Literally.
And the strippers that I bring to this event, just so you know, if you feel a little horny and you trying to get your little meat wet, you ain't gotta take the pussy. You just tell her how much. You just ask her how much, and she gonna tell you the price. And she gonna take your little young ass upstairs and put that thing on you. She gonna put that twat on you, and you gonna come back downstairs smiling like some of the other niggas was at the last party. I don't say niggas' names, but just know my niggas was smiling when they left the party. I think one girl, matter of fact, one girl didn't make no money dancing, but she made $600 in the last 30 minutes because she fucked 6 niggas.
Wow. So Bride King Bowser says, "Hey Melanie, did it hurt when you fell from heaven?"
Aww. I thought in the picture, in our OBS picture, I was the devil. It might have been the other way, but that's the same
Oh, man.
I'm gonna start charging niggas for my quotables. Y'all love my shit, I see. Yeah. Niggas say I don't share niggas' names, but niggas leaving smiling. All cats 2019. Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up because we've been trying to wrap this up for 20 minutes now.
We have.
So basically, guys, look, the FGC's on fire, and don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as the beginning of the rebuilding process. The new FGC is coming. What you do with it between now and that point is up to you. You need to expose all the crap that you see. I already said to the ladies and Chris one day in the chat, there needs to be like the movie The Purge. One day, everybody just comes out and confesses all their fucked up shit. Put it all on the table. Give that, if it's not a violent crime or something that's detrimental or hurting to somebody, give that day of expungement and let everybody get away. And then rebuild it up to what it needs to be.
Wait, is Kendra here?
Kendra's in the chat.
Why didn't she get inside the thing?
He had to work.
Because she
was
literally
working.
just showed up. Like 10 minutes ago showed up. She had been at work this whole time. She said she works until midnight.
Damn.
Yeah, so because I texted her before we even started the show, she was at work then.
I would have called off. Y'all got me fucked up. I see y'all niggas tomorrow. I got a show to do.
You like on one of those cam shows? You on one of those cam shows?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Me.
right.
If the ladies gonna pay me enough, I'll do a cam show. I'll let a dangle with a dangle one time for y'all.
Cap's got all of these specialties.
You know what? You know what? I'm what they call a jack of all trades with a master or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got quite a few different little, you know what I'm saying, a few different talents. You know, don't be looking like that, Tiff. I'm a very talented nigga. Very talented nigga. Y'all, you know what? I'm gonna be quiet because Tiff niggas.
What?
I'm gonna just have to show you. That's all.
Not my business.
That's all right. I think in about 2 weeks I'll be out there. Don't worry. Dinner on me. Dinner on me. Now she can't talk. See?
Subtitles.
That's all right. I get at you when the show goes. Get on my Timber Bison shit. Be in your inbox.
Bars.
Over everything.
Oh my god.
All right, everybody say goodnight. It's fucking almost 2:15. Again, ladies, thank you for coming on. Caps, Melanie, always a pleasure. I guess we'll have to figure over the weekend. I'm gonna try and tweak some new shit, get new layouts, and rebrand us instead of the satanic colors, more heavenly colors. Nah, we still gotta be satanic.
This nigga said, me and Cap's gonna have to fight for Tiff. I'm done. I'm talking shit, man. It's all you. Shoot your shot, my nigga. Shoot your shot.
On that note, I'm getting off. I'm on my business. Have me a drink. I'm about to play some Apex Legends. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah. You're so quiet. This is so strange for you.
Oh man, what a day, huh?
And then there were three.
You, I, and me. All right. So, like I said, we did good. We did good, kid. We did good.
Right.
But it's like, again, it's Kendra's in the chat. I mean, I would have liked to get her on, to get her piece out there too. But work is work, and I'd rather be making money than fucking not making money. So,
True.
But again, like we said, we're always out here to help. People just got to reach out and say, hey, and you can hit up any of us anytime. Any of the girls that have talked today, hit them up.
Yeah.
It don't even have to be us. As long as you talk to somebody that you trust.
Exactly.
And you might not get a response right away. You might not get the response you want. But getting a response to an issue you have versus nothing is always beneficial. Yeah, I used to actually have star OBS from your cell phone, and you can reach me, but I got rid of it. But after a while, it got annoying because I was getting people calling me from like New Zealand. Hey, I love the show. I'm like, dude, don't fucking call me from New Zealand. It's like a fucking $1,000 phone bill.
In the morning here.
People used to do that. People would call me up and be like, yo, I just wanted to say I love the show. I'm like, dude, it's like 4 a.m. What the fuck? Oh, it's only 2 p.m. here. So I'll turn it back. I'll turn it back on because the first shit gonna get someone from China saying they love you and 9 dick. Oh, if Chinese bitches be sending me, they love me. They can send me. Well, don't send me the dick pics though.
A nigga is hungry. I'm about to go to Coney Island and grab me some motherfucking Brother, get a cheeseburger deluxe with grilled chopped onions. Take the American off. Give me Swiss on that bitch. Add the ketchup and mustard on there, please. And I need chili and cheese on the fry with a Verner's.
Ooh, FedEx me some.
I was gonna say, ship me some of that shit.
That shit sound good as hell.
It really
Damn.
does.
Matter of fact, Zanos. Who's Zanos? That's
Kendra.
She just wants some eat Tiffany. Get your ass. Damn. I ain't gonna lie.
You're hungry.
I'm hungry.
So am I. I didn't eat. Actually, no, I did eat. What the fuck am I talking about? I ate a steak. Oh, man. So guys, I'm fucking tired. And I gotta get up in 2 hours.
Like super tired.
Again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Again, we're not looking to just blast shit and just call people out. We want to get the resolutions. It's not about, me and Caps getting to talk about how we're, how all the stories somehow relate to us. This is what's going on with the women in the FGC. We're not going to bring somebody on here and start telling every story about them in their life, only to turn around and say, yeah, your life's kind of fucked up, but remember what happened to me? I don't know. I saw that today on a stream. So be civil with each other.
You talking bitch ass chosen one?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Oh, I know that might have happened to you, but do you know what happened to me? Like, what?
Oh, Guilty is in the chat. It said, do you want to talk to me about any of this? You came at the very end of the show. I'm sure you knew this was going on. We're tired.
Oh, shit.
You know what? Unfortunately, it's 2 in the morning here, and I got to get sleep. The show's been on for 3 hours. I can't do it now.
Like literally.
I'm about to say, because I'm up.
Yeah, you could have came in earlier, but
Caps is saying he's up.
I'm up. I kind of do want to hear what the fuck it is you got to say, but if my co-host say no, then you fucked. So that's up to them.
I mean, that could maybe be a Facebook thing. I'm tired though, as hell. I've been up since 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I'm dead ass. I mean, if I didn't have to get up, I mean, y'all can make a live Facebook corn vid.
Oh, she said it. I do have to say, Chris T didn't do anything.
Oh.
See?
Well.
Now, I need y'all to screenshot that.
And send it to Valle.
With that. Hashtag corn security. Hashtag free my nigga Chris T.
Right. Wow.
That's crazy.
Sure is. Well,
you know what?
Right before we was out. Well,
I ain't done.
You guys talk.
I was trying to swerve a friend of mine because she was a little wild and tried to get her to talk to someone else, and she went off. I had to talk her down from kicking him in the balls. I'm confused. But, I mean, it's, I don't know.
That's up to y'all.
Yeah, it's 1:22 here, and I have to work tomorrow. People are asking us to do a show later in the week with Guilty on it.
You know what? I'll tell you what. If you up to it, Mel, don't go nowhere, y'all. We're gonna get some confirmation. If you up to it and James up to it, I do want to have her on the show.
I think it would be interesting.
Just to hear her side about all. Yeah. Matter of fact, Guilty, wait till James get back. Give us a second.
Yeah.
Give us a second.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
At first, I ain't really give a fuck, but since you did come, you did something Chris Bond ain't really do. You had the balls to actually step up
Come
and say,
in and speak to us. Yeah.
speak up and say, you know what, he didn't do nothing. So you know what, I give you some respect for that. So you know what, we can see what you got to say. I give you a little.
James, people were saying if we could do a show later in the week or something and have Guilty on the show.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking like a Thursday.
Absolutely.
Or if niggas want to double back, do it tomorrow.
Absolutely. Listen, you guys reach out to each other, figure out a time. I'm good any night. I just need. I've been so fucking busy lately. Like I need one day of like some sleep. That's all I need. So I mean, if I get like 2 hours tonight, and then tomorrow night I get to sleep, you want to do it Thursday? We can have it. We could be the TT days, Tuesdays and Thursdays. You know,
it'll be Thursday, man. I'm cool with Thursday.
We could do Thursday.
You're good on Thursday or no?
Yeah, we could do Thursday. I don't get off work until 9, but I could try to be home as quickly as possible.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I think a Thursday should be like a little special.
She's in Japan, right?
Hour stuff.
Yeah, it could be.
If she's in Japan, if she's in Japan, with the time difference, you know, we could do it. I don't know what time. You know, you guys reach out and square it all up. I'm good for whatever you want. How about that? Whenever you guys want, you tell me, Jimmy, we got to do a show tonight. I'm on it. So whatever time you guys want to work it out, you know, it's 3 p.m. right now there.
Oh, okay, so you say you off at 9, which is what time for us? 10?
Which would
so
be
we
11.
Start the show at 11.
Which would be 11.
Do a show from 12, 12:30. Hour and a half show.
Yeah.
Little quick special. Let her tell her side, and then let that be that. So there you got it. Thursday, same time, 11 p.m. Eastern. Same place. We here. Guilty. I don't know what time that is over there, but
they're I think they're 12 hours ahead, so it's actually 3 p.m. right now. 12 hours ahead. So that would be 11 a.m.
If you don't show up, we're not doing this shit no more. So
yeah.
Don't call no show.
So Guilty. 11 p.m. our time, which is 12 a.m. your time. Is that good for you? 2 days,
yep,
yes.
2 days.
Thursday. Right? Let me make sure. Hold on. Make sure it's your Thursday. I think it's your Friday, actually. Let me get on that world clock shit.
Apparently, it'll be noon there.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's...
Well, we know it's Wednesday now, but we don't really consider it Wednesday because niggas still up. But you get what we're saying.
Yeah, but right now in Japan, it's actually 3:30 Thursday, so 11 would be her Friday.
Right. Well, I guess that's gonna happen. So we'll see what's going on with that. But I'm tired right now.
Yes, me too.
So this is about to be a wrap.
So Guilty. So it's Wednesday there now. It's just turning Wednesday here. So let's just say Thursday, 11 o'clock our time. I don't know. That's going to be Friday, 11 a.m. your time. And you could always reach out to me on on Facebook, or reach out to either of them just to make sure we're all on the same page. But I really can't talk about it because right now I need to. Well, Facebook, you can get in contact with Melanie or Chris at the On Blast Show account because I got banned. So you can go to the at the On Blast Show and reach out to one of us. So anyway, listen, guys, I gotta go. Sorry, Guilty. I wish you came earlier. Would definitely love to get you on here, but we'll definitely take it up in 2 days. Everybody else that's been in the show, peace. Thank you for fucking coming, hanging out. Stay out of trouble, people. Don't be bad to each other, and bad things don't come at you. So remember, karma is real. With that, peace to you two. We will talk. I got to get some fucking sleep.
Good night.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Domination appeals to lack for strife.